अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तु ते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So welcome to all of you for this session. Today we are going to continue our discussion, third canto, fifth chapter, sixth sloka onwards. So we were discussing fifth sloka. Karoti karmani krutavataro यान्यात्मतंत्रो भगवान रधीशः यथा ससर्जाग्रेदं निरीहः संस्थाप्य वृत्तिं जगतो विधत्ते. We are trying to understand the questions asked by Vidura. So Vidura was asking Maitreya, a great sage, kindly narrate how the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is independent, desireless Lord of the three worlds and the controller of all energies, accept incarnations and create the cosmic manifestation. We have seen Lord takes Purusha avatars to do creation. Material energy is controlled by Purusha. Material energy is Prakriti and Lord is controller, so that's why he is known as Purusha. Krishna is taking the Purusha avatars. And this material nature, Prabhupada is writing here, is not independent actually. And if you see Sankyates, according to the Sankhya philosophy, Nirishwara Sankhya, they consider Prakriti is more important than the Purusha. So they say everything is done by Prakriti. Prakriti kriyamani gunai karmani sarvasya. Means ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. Sankets, they take this sloka and they say that Prakriti is only the three gunas of Prakriti only doing everything. But Purusha is ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. Purusha is not having any great role. Just he thinks that whatever is done by Prakriti as he is doing. According to them, there is no Supreme Purusha. Only Purusha. So there is no Ishvara. Purusha only. Purusha is like is just a supporter, is a sakshi. But everything is done by Prakriti. So according to them, Prakriti is more powerful. Based upon those philosophers, Prabhupada is writing here, people who think this material nature is independent. Who think material nature is independent? Sankets. And they say Prakriti is also is taking the help of Purusha, but that is minute. But everything is done by Prakriti only. So what is the proof? Bhagavad Gita is the proof. Prakrute kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashah ahankara vimudatma partaham iti manyate. Everything is done by the limits of Prakriti only. But Prabhupada, what he is saying, such a thinkers are nothing but what? Seeking milk from the nipples like bags on the neck of a goat. Okay. But actually, Prakriti is not independent. Mayadhyakshena suryate prakriti sacharacharam. So devotees, that's why they take this sloka. Mayadhyakshena. Under the supervision of Lord, Prakriti is working. So that's why Lord is supreme. Like this is a fighting. This fighting keeps on going among the different schools of philosophies. So here, but what is the fact? Fact is, his Lord is independent. But opponents, they take some intermediate statements which are favorable to their thoughts, and based upon that, they keep on shouting something. And here also one more thing. Actually, the material world is created by Lord, and Lord doesn't have any desire or anything he wants to get from here. Actually, material world is created for the illusory enjoyment of conditioned souls. So, why Lord is creating this universe, this material universe? Because Jivatma is having the karma. So, to enjoy that karma, it needs buddhindriya manah pranam jananam asrujat prabhu मात्रार्थं च भवार्थं च आत्मने कल्पनाय च मात्रार्थम. Like you see, Jivatma is having the karma. When this karma is began with this Jivatma is a beginningless. We don't know. Anadi. Karma is Anadi. But it is not Ananta. Jivatma is having the karma. Based upon that karma, it has to get the different enjoyments. Maybe that is a pleasure or pain. So that's why to enjoy its karma, it needs what? Senses, mind, intelligence, all. So that's why Lord does the creation. You're understanding what I'm saying? So many things are there to say. Time is very less. Jivatmas are always in the body of hmm, some problems there. Pen problem. I don't know. This pen is not working. Okay. All the jivas are lying in the Mahavishnu. Okay. They are all lying in the Mahavishnu along with their karma. So now, according to their karma, they has to get this much of sense gratification. So maybe some it is meant to eat the 1,000 laddus on this many uh, other things. So like that, karma it is there. So then to enjoy its karma, it needs what? Senses. To work the senses, then mind, intelligence, all are also need. So that's why, for the sake of jivas, karma, Lord create the Lord do the creation. Matrartham. And also bhavartham. To do further karma also he creates the creation. He does creation. And atmane kalpanaya. And to do practice of karma yoga, jnana yoga, and ashtanga yoga and bhakti yoga. Finally, to reach him, also he does creation. These are the three different reasons why Lord does the creation. Is said by Vedas himself. Vedas themselves they said this. Okay, today we are going to discuss from sixth sloka onwards. यथा पुनः स्वे कैदं निवेश्य शेते गुहायां स्वनिवृत्तिवृत्ति निवृत्तवृत्तिः योगेश्वराधीश्वर एक एत अनुप्रविष्टो बहुधा यथासीत्. Translation, anyone read? Anyone read translation? Okay, read.
He lies down on his own heart,
He li-
spread in the form of the sky, and thus placing the whole creation in that space, he expands himself into many living entities, which are manifested as different species of life. He does not have to endeavor for his maintenance because he is the master. Mm. Your screen is in between.
You are seeing my screen.
Actually, after my Veda page is not opening. Uh,
Huh.
because he is the master of all mystic powers and the proprietor of everything. Thus, he is distinct from the living entities.
So what is said here? यथा पुनः स्वे के इदं निवेश्य शेते. मजा. So here यथा पुनः स्वे स्वीय हृदयाकाशे निवेश्य स्थापयित्वा गुहायां सर्व अगम्यत्वात् विरजायां नद्यामित्यर्थः. निवृत्तमाया गुणवृत्तिः एतत् जगत् सृष्ट्वा अनुप्रविष्टः बहुधा देव मनुष्यादिरूपः यथासीत्. सृष्ट्यादि प्रश्न पौनः पुण्यं प्रति महाकल्पकता सृष्ट्यादिलीला एकरूपापि इति जिज्ञासा. So actually, Vidura is asking question here. He is asking about Srishti. Brahmaji's 100 days, 100 years is known as one Mahakalpa. Means he is uh, creating again and again, Lord. So one time Lord opens his eyes, he glances on Prakriti, Brahmandas are created, and how many years those Brahmandas will be existing? Brahmaji's 100 years. That means Mahavishnu's one blink equal to one blink. When Mahavishnu closed his eyes, all the Brahmandas were winded up, and they all winded up and become Prakriti, and that Prakriti goes into the Mahavishnu. So that means one blink is equal to 100 years of Brahmaji. So once again he opens eyes. Once again, Brahmaji is one more Brahmaji is created. For one Brahmanda, one Brahmaji, like that, many thousands of Brahmandas are created in one blink whenever you open eyes. So like this, every time it keep on happening. And every time whenever that means Lord opens eyes and closes, so that means 100 years of Brahmaji is over. Like this, every time creation is same type or not? It's a different, or same type. It's the same type. In the previous Brahmaji's time also, humans are there, all the 84 lakhs of species are there. This Brahmaji's time also like that. It is like that. Every time same way creation. But Vidura is having the doubt. Will it be same type or different type? So that's why he's asking. So this Srishti question. He wants to know confirmation. Every time Brahmaji is different Brahmajis will come now. Will they do differently or the same? That means at that time, the next Brahmaji's time, how many legs and hands are there for him? Hmm? How many? What they eat? They eat rice or they eat something else? Stones. What they drink? By eating the stones, their hunger is over, or they by eating food only? You get doubt now. So that's the thing here. He wants to know Vidura is a similar type or different type. Yata punah. That means Lord does creation and whenever he stops, he is lying on the corner. On the bank of Virija, he is sleeping. The causal ocean is there. Where it is? It is in the, it is in the bank of Virija river actually. He is lying there. Whenever he wants to do creation, he opens eyes. पुनः यथा पुनः के स्वेखा इदम निवेश्य सेते गुहाया सा निवृत्त वृत्ति Mahavishnu keep on creating. He does creation and it will be maintained for the just for the time elapsed takes to blink the eyes. That much time it will be there, and then once again wind it up, and Lord is sleeping. Maybe he may see once again he may open or he may sleep, whatever he wants, he can do. Where he is sleeping? He is sleeping on the bank of Vereja River. So that is the point. So the bank of Vereja River is sleeping. Everything is winding up and sleeping. हृदयाकाशे निवेश्य स्थापयित्वा गुहायां सर्वगम्यत्वा विरजायां नद्यां. So purport. The question regarding creation, maintenance, and destruction, which are mentioned in many parts of Srimad Bhagavatam, are in relation to different millenniums. And therefore, they are differently described by different authorities when questioned by different students. There is no difference regarding the creative principles of and the Lord's control over them. And there are some differences in minute details because of different kalpas. The gigantic sky is the material body of the Lord, called the Virat Rupa, and all the material creations are resting on the sky or the heart of. In the every creation, the same way it happens. Every Brahmaji's time happens. And in that Brahmaji also there are the different days are there. Each day is known as Kalpa. And in these Kalpas also same way creation happens. Next, we'll be going little speed. क्रीडन् विदत्ते जिजगोऽसुरान् क्षेमाय कर्माण्यवतारभेदैः मनो न तृप्यायपि शृण्वतां नः श्लोकमौलेश्चरितामृतानि. Translation. Yes. Anyone wants to read?
You may narrate also about the auspicious characteristics of the Lord in his different incarnations for the welfare of the twice born, the cows, and the demigods. Our minds are never satisfied completely, although we continuously hear of his transcendental activities.
Hmm. अवतारभेदैः मत्स्यकूर्मः. Here, Vidura is asking, Avatara Bhedaiः. Lord is also taking different avatars. Not only he is doing the creation as Mahavishnu and Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu and also Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu, but he is taking the different avatars also and doing the different activities like Matsya, Kurma, Vamana, like this various Nrsinga, various avatars he is taking and doing. Manahana Tripyati. This is the situation of Vidura. His mind is not satisfied even after hearing so much. Manah na tripyati api srunvatam naha. Maitreya, my mind will not be fully satisfied. Here sense is what? So that means he wants to hear more and more. This is the only one thing actually. You will not say no. You cannot say no. But remaining things, through the remaining senses, serving the Lord is not so easy actually, unlimitedly. Using the tongue. Tongue means using the belly actually, belly. So you can serve the Lord by taking his prasadam. Can you take unlimitedly? You'll say after some time, oh no, my God, enough. But what about ears? When you drink the nectar of the Lord's pastimes through the ears, there is no any amount of liquid you pour into the ears. So that nectar, ears will not say enough, no. Because ears are made of what? They are made up of sky, space. So ears are made up of space. It's unlimited actually. You keep on pouring, pouring, they will also accept it. But through the tongue, belly, filling belly, prasadam service, we cannot do unlimited. So here, Vidra, his ears are not saying no. Manaha na trupyati. Through the ears that is going inside, and manaha means what you should take here? Heart. His heart is also not fulfilled. Wants to get more and more. Lord appears in this universe in different incarnations like Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, and Nrsimha. And he manifests his different transcendental activities for the welfare of firstborn house. Namo Brahman Devaya, Go Brahman. Lord is directly concerned with that twice born and civilized man. So that's his duty. What's the Lord's duty? So balancing these three modes. Whenever there is an increase of the demons, that means Raja Guna is more prominent than Sattva and Tamas. Then he will come and he will suppress the Asuras. Whenever there is an increase of the Tamoguna, that's Rakshasas or more. Then also he will favor the Rajas and Sattva. Whenever there is Sattva then also he will be helping, favoring the Rajoguna. Lord is always balancing these three modes. Don't think that the Lord is only seeing that Rajoguna, Sattoguna is increasing all the time. No. All these three gunas, as per the time and place, so he is always balancing these three, so that society will be going. These three modes should be properly balanced, otherwise creation will not be there. If only one guna is prominent, like for example, all are in the mode of goodness, that means Sattva is prominent, then what will happen? If there is no Rajas and Tamas, then the work will go on. Who will protect them? Or otherwise, who will be producing the food? Who will produce the food? We need 4 varnas, different types of people to run the show, day-to-day activities. Someone should protect, someone should produce, someone should give the knowledge, someone should help. That means all these three modes, based upon the modes only we categorize the people. And these three modes are properly balanced. Otherwise, creation will not go on. Creation cannot be maintained. So that's why Lord is always. But whenever he comes in the mode of goodness, to favor the mode of goodness, there is visible actually. But whenever he comes to favor the Rajas and Tamas, we cannot see him actually. This is explained in the 7th canto, first chapter in detail. You can see there actually. So that's why he is the maintainer of all the creation. The Lord is directly concerned with that twice born and civilized man. A civilized man is one who has taken his birth twice. A living entity takes birth in this mundane world due to the union of male and female. A human being is born due to union of father and mother, but a civilized man has another birth by contact with the spiritual master. So everyone have 2 types of births. By female and male, when they come together, union, then birth is there. That is biological birth. But when spiritual master does the samskar, purification, by giving mantra, so then that is the second birth. Then he is a civilized man. Why Prabhupada is writing here cows and brahmanas? Dvija go suranam kshemaya. Dvija means brahmanas, kshatriyas and vaishyas. Prominently we take Dvija means brahmanas. Other civilized man. That means who took the purificatory process. Go means cows, sura means devatas, demigods. To help all of them, he takes different avatars. Lord only favors Sattva? No, he can favor, he should favor the Rajas and Tamas also. While favor the Rajas and Tamas whenever he comes. That means his potency only is given to some Rakshasa and then he is suppressing the demigods. But why you are not able to see that Lord is doing? Because that's a Rajoguna. There you cannot see. You are understanding what I am saying. Everything is under the control of Vishnu only. Don't think that anything is if someone new control is there. Nobody is against him. Everything is under control of him. But whenever he comes to favor the Sattva his form is very visible, like Varaha Matsya. So similarly, like various other avatars, like Vichatush Kumaras and like Prithu Maharas. Similarly, yeah, his potency is only invested to the Rakshasas or otherwise Asuras. So respectively, those gunas are uplifted when they are in the suppressed condition. In this way, he maintains balance. The cow is the most important animal for developing them. But why Sattva is only prominent? Because Sattva Sanjayate Gnanam. So Sattva is more interested actually for us. By that one can, why we ask them everyone to come to Sattva only then? He is favoring all the gunas. So then why don't we ask the people to go into the Rajas and Tamas? Because if you cultivate those gunas in you, you cannot see the absolute truth. You can see absolute truth when you cultivate Sattva more in you. So that's why we are seeing in the other places also, like first canto, second chapter. There we see Sattva Tanonranam Syuhu. Sattva Sanjayate Gnana, this we see in another place. Sattvam Yat Brahma Darshanam. This also we see. Sattuna is more like we like it. Sattvam Yat Brahma Darshanam. 24 sloka. Parthiva Daruno Dumas Tasmadagnistrayimaya Tamasastu Rajastasmat Sattvam Yat Brahma Darshanam. Sattvam is interested for us because Brahma Darshanam. We can understand absolute truth. A civilized man is expected to live on foodstuffs comprising fruits, vegetables. Prabhupada is explaining here. Cows and also Brahmanas and Devatas, demigods. In this paragraph, demigods, this paragraph, cows, and above paragraph is Nijas. Cow is most important animal for developing the human body to perfection. Why we are giving importance to the Brahmanas, cows, and only demigods? Because they are all in the mode of goodness. So, and mode of goodness is interest for us. Why Brahma Darshanam? Of course, Lord is favoring all the modes, but we are interested in the when He comes to favor the Rajat Sattva, that form only we worship. Lord is investing His power in the Shumba, Nishumba, and other different Rakshasas, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, and all these. His potency only, na? That also He is only favoring that. So that Sattva is suppressed because too much Sattva also He doesn't allow actually. Otherwise, creation will not be maintained. So, but why we don't worship that forms, that energies of the Lord? No, that is not going to help you to understand absolute truth. We don't go for that. So that's why Lord's pastimes are important. By By worshipping Vishnu, what will happen? Yes, here also further said that Vejire Munayotagre Bhagavantamadokshasam Sattvam Vishuddham Kshemaya Kalpante Yenutaniha Mumukshavo Ghora Rupan Hitva Bhutapati Natha Narayana Kalashanta Bhajanti Yanasuyavaha. These people who are looking for liberation, that means who wants to understand absolute truth and get that. Those people worship the Narayana Kala. But people who are in the past and ignorance, those people they worship Pitru Bhuta Prajeshadin. They will be worshipping the Pitru Devatas, Bhuta and Prajesha. Bhutana, Shiva, Prajesha means Brahma. They will be worshipping those forms. Those are also incarnations of Lord. And also Lord is empowering the different demons by his energy. So, but we don't worship those forms. Who will worship? Whose consciousness is influenced by the Rajas and Tamas? They worship. Why? Sri Aishwarya Prajepsavaha. Forgetting the wealth, name, fame, people. So, forgetting those, they will be worshipping those forms. So, here, in fact, newspapers are read for less than an hour and then thrown in the dustbins as rubbish. Because they don't give any unlimited happiness. But Bhagavatam is not like that. The case is similar with all other mundane literature, but the beauty of transcendental literature like Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam is that they never become old. Probably never. We don't think that, oh, I am satisfied. Never. Bhagavatam is unlimited. Unlimited quench is there for the devotees towards the hearing Bhagavatam. Hearing. So similarly to Vidura also. They have been read in the world by civilized men for the last 5,000 years. And they have never become old. Newspaper will become Purana. Purana paper. बस जिलेबी बांधने के लिए लड्डू बूंदी ये सब बांधने के लिए यूज करेंगे ये पुराना होगा एक बार पढ़ने के बाद हटा लेकिन भागवत ऐसे है क्या so Bhagavatam case is not like every time that means it's a fresh and Narahari sleeping in the trance samadhi okay let him sleep some people by hearing they will be going into the trance so nice so next that's why they are ever fresh to the learned scholars and devotees every time that kind of that means Bhagavatam is not a ordinary just it's not ordinary letters anyway in the Bhagavatam also you are finding all the same alphabet and using that alphabet only words are made but don't think like that these words are not ordinary words they are all transcendental words because everything is related to the Krishna so that's why that text is having the potential and it is always fresh and new. They are ever fresh to the learned scholars and devotees. And even by daily repetition of the verses of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, there is no satiation for devotees like Vidura. Vidura might have heard the pastimes of the Lord many, many times before he met Maitreya, but still he wanted the same narrations to be repeated. Very good. Because he was never satiated by hearing them. This is the transcendental nature of the Lord's glorious pastimes. Because every katha, every prasanga in the Bhagavatam is related to the Lord, Lord's glories. So that's why those will be keep on, so giving pleasure to us. It's unlimited. People who try to understand this point through the material logic, they cannot, because Lord is inconceivable and the glories of Lord also are inconceivable. Only those jivas who got the mercy of the Lord, mercy of the devotees, those only can at least get the faith on these statements and they go forward. Otherwise, mundane people, they try to just measure the abilities or the depthness of the Bhagavatam by material mind and intelligence. They always fail. Actually. Those who got the mercy of the pure devotees, they can only understand the things. Okay. Next story. येस्तत्त्ववेदैरधिलोकनाथो लोकान् सह लोकपालान् अचीकृपद्यत्रैः सर्वसत्त्वा निकायभेदोऽधिकृतः प्रतीतः. Translation, yes. Anyone?
The Supreme King of all kings has created different planets, places of habitation, where the living entity are situated in the term of modes of nature and work, and work. He has created their different kings and rulers.
Are being said. एहि तत्वभेदैर् अधिलोकनाथ लोकान alokan lokapala. Lord is creating achi kripat. Achi kripat means creating. He created what? Different planets and different in charges for that planets and also different habitation, places of habitation where living entities are situated. तत्वभेदैः वैराज पादादिभिः पृथिव्याद्यैः लोकान् पातालादीन् alokan lokalokaparva. So Lord is creating the lokas and also alokas. Example, lokas are what? Prithvi, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, all. They are all lokas. Alokas means Loka Parvat. You know Loka Parvat where it is? It is a big mountain actually. On the earth only it is there. So this is Aloka Parvata. These are mountains. Here Alokas means mountains. So and also different spaces. So he creates all. Achi Kripat means Kalpaya Masa. So and people can and also different living entities can stay in these different planets Sarva prani Nikayanam Vedo Nana Visheshu Adhikrita Bhakti Gnana Yoga Karmadhyadikari Bhavet. So, in these different lokas, different specialties are there. Those people who have karma, so that means desire for the material enjoyment, they will be taking birth in the earth planet. Earth planet is suitable for the karma. Karma bhumi, that's why we say. And people who wants to practice the tapasya, they go to the tapoloka. And yoga, Astanga yoga, they practice on the higher planets like Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka. People who wants to practice, so Bhakti, they will also take birth in the yes Bharatavarsha in the earth planet. And enjoyment, as per the karma, if they have tendencies of enjoying, then they will go to the Swarga and others. So like that, these different lokas are meant for the different adhikaris. Nana Visheshu Adhikritaha. So, as per the adhikara, different planets are created and they are facilitated there. Purport. Lord Krishna is the chief king of all kings and he has created different planets for all kinds of living entities. The Mahavishnu's body, jivas are having the different things along with that jivatma. Jivatma is covered with the avidya and also it is having the karma. Karma and whatever sadhana they do, that also it will be with that jiva. So that's why to facilitate that, Lord created different planets, deserts, islands, valleys, mountains, so much. These are all alokas and lokas, alokas, all are created. In the Bhagavad Gita, we find it's said by the Lord that living entities are sarvagata, are present in every sphere of life. So there is no doubt that on other planets there are also inhabitants. So sarvagataha means Jivatma can go anywhere. It is there in the sun planet also, it is there in the moon planet, and it is there in the earth planet, Swarga, everywhere. Prabhupada is saying this. But Advaitins, they think that Jivatma is nothing but what? Jivatma is nothing but avidya, antakarana, avruta chaitanya. Their concept is different actually. According to them, Chaitanyam is not moving, only Antakarana is moving. Very different philosophy actually. But here Prabhupada is rejecting that. Prabhupada is saying, Jivatma can move, Chaitana object can move anywhere. According to them, no, Chaitana object is all pervasive, that's Brahman, and only Antakarana will move. Like in the river, water is everywhere, and only pot can move here and there. This is their way of explanation. It's very different actually. Their explanation is wrong. Next sloka. येन प्रजानामुत आत्मकर्म रूपाभिधानं च विदां व्यधत्ता नारायणो विश्वसृगात्मयोनि एतच्च नो वर्णय विप्रवर्य. Translation. Yes. What is there?
O chief among the Brahmanas, please also describe how Narayana, the creator of the universe and the self sufficient Lord, has differently created the natures, activities, forms, features, and names of the different living creatures.
So Vidura is asking further. Maitreya is chief among them. Please also describe how Narayan, the creator of the universe, the self-sufficient Lord, has differently created the natures, activities, forms, features, changing it, changing it. विप्रवर्य प्रजानां उत आत्म कर्म रूपाभिधानं च विधां वेदत्ता. Lord is also creating the different forms, different activities, different features. All He is creating. He is asking about that also. उत अपि च येन प्रकारेण जीवानाम् आत्मस्वभावतदनुसृतं कर्म कर्मानुसृतं रूपानुसृतं अभिधा तासां भेदान् कृत्वा. So see here, as per the Jivatma's karma, he will be creating the rupa. If you have karma to become a lion, will be getting the lion form, or otherwise cat form, dog form, human form. So, Jivanam Swabhava. As per the Jivatmas, first of all, you come from here. As per the Swabhava of the Jivatma, karma is done. As per the karma, form is coming. As per the form, name is coming. Every Jivatma is having the Swabhava, nature. Nature is there. Nature is there. So based upon the nature, karma is done. अरे ये क्या हो इसका? इसका टाइम हो गया लगा. टाइम होने से हो जाएगा. इसका टाइम इसमें क्यों जा रहा है? So nature means what? Every jivatma is pure. But what is the nature means? Jivatma is covered by the avidya, and because of that, it is not able to know itself as means. Then on the top of that, it is already with the karma. Karma means, yes, whatever that different taste it accumulated in the previous journey, all will be with that. And this is the nature actually. Because of this nature, what it will do further karma. And based upon that karma, so is getting the form and different new forms, and also getting the different names. So Lord, how he is creating the all these karma, forms, names, he is asking actually. Buddha is asking this question. Every living being is under the plan of his natural inclinations in terms of the force of material nature. His work is manifested in terms of the nature of it. His form and bodily features are designed according to his work. That means form based upon what? Based upon the karma. And his name is designated according to his bodily features. स्वभाव के अनुसार कर्म, कर्म के अनुसार रूप, रूप के अनुसार नाम. एक प्रकार दूसरी बात. Okay, next. For our any questions? Just 2 seconds, so we give time. Any questions till now? Questions?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, sir.
Prabhuji, I don't know whether the question is relevant or not, but I was here reading the purport that one who got the mercy is the test in reading the scripture again and again, not got bored. So, and those who are not mercy, they don't have interest. So, in our case, we have interest sometimes, and sometimes we are tired, so that time we don't get interest. We feel sleepy or something like because of that. So what is that situation exactly? So what
You
is
are
that
sleeping.
situation means? So means even body is very tired because of seva or something. So but if it is observed that in the advanced devotees case, even they have done a lot of seva, still they have the interest. So what level it is misunderstood. Sometimes we are absorbed in a lecture. We like that same topic. You know, we are fresh but when we are tired, then we are not having interest. So
Now
what
you are
level
fresh
of
or
that
not?
interest? Now
No?
I am quite better.
You slept
Better.
nicely. Huh?
So how to analyze this? What
Yeah,
type of analysis we should understand?
that's different thing actually. Yes. So sometimes you felt sleep against it's not that you don't have. Yes. They have interest. But in the Madhuri Kadamani it is explained. In the Anishtita Bhajana, sleeping will come. Mind goes here. But when bhajan becomes nishtita, what is the symptom? No sleep. Where you realize nishtha actually. So tandrata, laziness, sleepiness, these are all in anishtita bhajan. That means before anandana mukti, the bhajan is known as anishtita. Like example, that's it is also categorized. Sahamayi, Anatarala, Yoda Vikalpa, Nimagra, Shesanga, Nimagra, Tarangrangini. These are the different stages in Anishtita Bhajan. So, if one with full surrender still he continues, Siddha Bhakti means full surrender, of course. So, he does Anishtita Bhajan, he continues, then what will happen? Anarthas will be over, then Bhajana will be steady. Nishtha means Bhajan steady. So, what is the how to know one is in the steady Bhajan? So, there Vishwanath explains there is no sleep. While chanting, we are sleeping means we are not at all in Nishtha state. Yes, it's like that. So, but those devotees like Viduran, they are all very advanced devotees actually. So there, even Anishtita Sadhaka also is a Suddha Bhakta only. That means he's in a Suddha Bhakti platform only. But that means Suddha Bhakti, what is the qualification to do Suddha Bhakti? One should be having the Dhrita Shraddha. That means full surrender. What is the symptom of Dhrita Shraddha? Full surrender. All fully surrendered devotees are all Suddha Bhaktas only. Maybe they are Anishtita in the Anishtita Bhajana or the Nishtita Bhajana. Before Anartha Nivritti, they are all in the Anishtita Bhajana. After the Anartha Nivritti, they are in the Nishtita Bhajana. So, like this. So, Vidura, they are all in the advanced stage actually. They are drinking, but there is no limitation for them. They are not saying the no. But people who are not at all uh, surrendered to the law, but that means they are not having the Drashraddha. Drashraddha from where it comes? It comes from the mercy of the pure devotee. It is coming from the mercy of pure devotee. So those who didn't get the mercy of pure devotion, they don't, even they read the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, they cannot trust the content in that Bhagavatam. Because Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita is telling about Lord and who is inconceivable, who is beyond the logic. So the object which is beyond the logic, who will accept that? Who will trust that? Who will put faith on that? Only those people who get the mercy of the Lord's devotees, mercy of the Lord's devotees. So that's why there is a minimum qualification to, what is the minimum qualification? One should get in the pure devotee's mercy. So to enter into the pure devotion. So those who enter into the pure devotion, in the Anishtita Bhajana, they will be feeling sleepy and drowsy. Till the time Anarthas are not over. When Anartha Nivritti is done, then their bhajan is steady. And then in the further advanced stages, they will be getting the ruchi and asakti and other things. Today I don't have, my pen is not working suddenly. Sometimes it is working. So I will change it anyway. So, so please, whatever I am saying, imagine in your mind. So with the diagram, if you explain, it will be nice. But anyway, given resources, we will try to. Any questions from others? Okay, we go. You have a long journey today. We have to, like all these 4 days are not easy days. Next. Paravare भगवन् व्रतानि श्रुतानि मे व्यासमुखादवीक्ष्णम् आतृप्नुमा क्षुल्लसुखावहानाम् तेषामृते कथामृतौघात्. Oh my Lord. Okay, continue.
Oh my Lord, I have repeatedly heard about these higher and lower statuses of human society from the mouth of Vyasdev, and I am quite satiated with all these lesser subject matters and their happiness. They have not satisfied me with the nectar of topics about Krishna.
Vidura is saying, Maitreya, O Maitreya, my Lord, I heard higher and lower statuses of human society. What are the higher and lower statuses of human society? That you can see. Like, so,
Varnashrama?
like demigods, like higher planet like Brahmaji and inhabitants of Tapoloka, Satyaloka, and Sargaloka inhabitants, Devatas. So in the Karmabhumi humans and also different animals, Pashus, these are all the higher and lower status. Hmm. Higher and lower statuses actually of the uh, species. And if you come to human society, then Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, of course. So he heard about all this. That means what kind of pleasure is there when you get the demigod body? What kind of pleasure is there when you get the human body or the animal body? Even in the human body, also varieties are there. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, these are the four varieties. These are all he heard through Mahabharata. Mahabharata is explaining all these things. Brahmana, what are your duties? What kind of pleasure is there? Sargaloka, what is pleasure is there? Huh? Adolokas, what kind of pleasure is there? And what vratas they should do to get that? What kind of karma they should do? All these are explained. Devadyaha avare means pashvadyaha. Here, higher and lower. Pare means higher, avare means lower. Higher means devata bodies. Avara means animal bodies. And also, I heard about all these lower and higher species natures also from Mahabharata. लेकिन मजा नहीं आया उससे मैं बहुत बस एनफ तय ही अतृप्रमा तृप्ता महस्वा I am happy whatever I heard that is enough. Happy means enough. Those that means hearing about these species is enough for me. It is not like Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha, even if you hear, you will not be satiated. But about these higher and lower species, so many like Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya also. This Brahmana did this kind of vratas, this kind of satya, truthfulness he followed, and he became this, he became that. This Kshatriya is so ferocious and so powerful, and he conquered this kingdom, that kingdom, and he enjoyed with this many women, this much name. He did this many kind of the yajnas, and then after that he went to this kind of swarga, and he enjoyed with the their apsarasas and so many species and mazaliya. ये सब बोला है ये सब सुन के क्या है तो बस हो गया मुझे वो नहीं चाहिए क्या चाहिए कृष्ण कथामृत औघा so कृष्ण कथा I want the nectar of the Krishna. So apart from that, nothing is real thing. Real thing means really pleasure giving thing. This is the mood. Atrupnama Shulla Sukha Vahana. Sukavahana. About higher and lower species, if you hear Shulla Sukha, very limited happiness you get. But I want apart from all these Tesham Rite Krishna Kathamrita Oga. Apart from these things, I want now Krishna. So see that. So that's why what you will see in all mundane books. Hey, he followed these tricks, that tricks, and this kind of rata, that kind of rata in the Vedas you see. In the present day books, oh, he followed these tricks, that kind of techniques, this kind of techniques. Then this person became this much rich, like Dhirubhai Ambani, this Ambani, that, like that so called. Oh, this chai wala became prime minister. He did this vrata, that vrata, went to Himalayas. All this. They're all what? So these are all Kshulla Sukham. So one cannot hear these things unlimited. So, but some people they hear, they are lusty people who didn't get the mercy of pure devotee, they hear. They think that this is only the ultimate. Keep on hearing whole day, night. But people like Vidura, who got the mercy of pure devotees, for them, these are all nonsense. Enough. Srila Vyasa has compiled many books such as the Puranas and Mahabharata. I read all those things, my dear Maitre. These books are not. These books are reading matter for the mass of people. You see, in the present day society, what are the books are there? These are all the different versions of this matter only. Whatever the Mahabharata. So about the Dharma, Artha, Kama, whatever is explained, that is only little bit terminology is changed, wording is changed. But same thing. Earning money, dharma means doing karma. Do this kind of that kind of karma. And then you will get the money. Then you will do the enjoyment. Artha, dharma, artha, kama. Yes. Whole world is interested in this. Simply bullshit. Just people are hanging around these three things, dharma, artha, kama. Shulla sukha, which is elaborately explained in the Mahabharata. And they were compiled with a view of reviving God consciousness, now forgotten in the conditioned life of material nature. Mass people they will be following that. But even actually Vasudev's intention was compiling such a mundane things. What is the purpose? The purpose is the real purpose of such literature is not so much to present topics of historical references, but to revive the people's sense of God consciousness. Purpose is very high. As they wanted actually to attract all the mass towards the Lord, he explained those mundane topics, धर्मार्थ काम. लेकिन क्या हुआ? But what happened? तो गड़बड़ हो गया. Like that. जुगुप्सितं धर्म कृतेनुशासतः स्वभावरक्तस्य महान् व्यतिक्रमः यद्वाक्यतो धर्म इतीतरस्थितो न मन्येत तस्य निवारणं जनः. अरे Narada blasted Vyasdeva. Hey, what did you do? Hmm? You promoted karma, dharma, material dharmas. Because of your promotion, everyone is thinking that, oh, Vyasdev said this to do, I am doing. So that much they are taking and they are doing the karma and enjoying the sense gratification. But your intention, of course, you want to attract them and bring to the God consciousness, but that didn't. आपके नाम पर सब लोग मजा लेना शुरू कर. व्यासदेव बोले हैं ये सब करने के लिए महाभारत में हम लोग कर रहे हैं. बोलते हैं नहीं आजकल महाभारत में ऐसा किया वैसा किया इससे ये लाभ मिला वो लाभ मिले तो महाभारत में व्यासदेव बोले हैं करना है. आप लोग भी बोलते हैं देखो कितना अच्छे शादी करो पैसा कमाओ दान दे दो कुआं खोदो और सबको दान दे दो और सबको खिलाओ पिलाओ. ये व्यासदेव सब बोले हैं महाभारत में आपको करना चाहिए ऐसा बोल. So dharmartha काम moksha. But jugupsita Vyasdev, this is so heinous actually you did very wrong. So now you do one new fresh work. That is nothing but Bhakti yogi namanase samyak pranahate male apashyat purusham purnam Mayam cha tadapashrayam. Narada. Upon the instructions of Narada, then what he did? अनर्थोपशमं साक्षात् भक्ति योगमदोक्षजे लोकस्य जानतो विद्वान् चक्रे सात्वत संहिता. Then Vyasdev made Satvata Samhita, that is nothing but Bhagavad. Yasyam vai sruyamanaayam Krishne Paramapurushe Bhakti Rutpadyate Pumsaha Shoka Moha Bhayapaha. If you hear this Bhagavatam, what will happen? If you hear Bhagavatam, what will happen? What is said here in the 7th chapter of first canto? Yasyam vai sruyamanaayam Krishne Paramapurushe Bhakti Rutpadyate. If you hear Bhagavatam, Bhakti will be aroused in your heart. Pumsaha shoka moha bhayapaha. Shoka moha bhay. Everything will be go away. Everything will go away. So, here now Vidura is also saying, I heard so many topics from Mahabharata, I don't know. I want one Krishna. Vidura explained to Maitreya his position of being fully saturated with the knowledge of mundane, social and political topics, dharma, artha, kama, and having no more interest. एक क्षत्रिय को ऐसा करना चाहिए, ऐसा शत्रु को जीतना है, ऐसे ये करना है, वैसे वो करना है, ये सब एक क्षत्रिय का धर्म है, ब्राह्मण का धर्म है, ये शूद्र का धर्म है, वैश्य का धर्म है, स्त्री का धर्म है, ये भाई का धर्म है, पुत्र का धर्म है, पिता का धर्म है, माँ का धर्म है. विदुर जी बोल रहे हैं. तो मैंने that means those who fully surrender to the Lord, for them no designations and no interest in all these topics. लेकिन those who are not fully surrendered, for them it is necessary these topics to maintain their body till the time they fully surrender to the Lord. So that's why nowadays people they say that why we need dharma. Oh, no need of learning the good and bad. They say this is another. You are not qualified to leave everything, because who is qualified to leave? Those who got the strong faith, they are qualified to leave it. But you are not qualified, you don't have full faith, you didn't, that means you are not fully surrendered. Then how can you leave everything? So that's why Tavat karmani kurvita nanirvidyeta yavat. Mat katha shravanado shraddha yavan chayate. So one should do the dharma till they get the shraddha. That means drashraddha in Krishna. What is the symptom of drashraddha? Always I say this, you should remember. Symptom of drashraddha is full surrender. Until unless you don't fully surrender, you have to. But what is the goal? Yes, leaving everything only. We accept that. Leave all dharma, sarva dharman parityaja mameka sharanam. Then what you should do? Hear all the time topics of Krishna. 24 hours. So Vidura wanted to hear of everything from Maitreya, and he inquired from, but he decided that all the topics be in relationship with Krishna. Like a fire, as fire is never satisfied in its consumption of firewood, so a pure devotee of the Lord never hears enough about Krishna. Lusty person, kamayesha, krodesha, rajoguna sabdo, mahashano, mahapapma. For a lusty person, as much as you put the sense gratification, still there is no fulfillment of lust. Huh? Similarly, for devotee, there is no limit for hearing Krishna. Next. कस्तृप्नया तीर्थपदोभिधाना सत्रेषु वत्सूरिभिरीड्यमाना यः कर्णनाडीं पुरुषस्य यातो भवप्रदां गेहरतिं छिनत्ति.
Who in human society can be satisfied without hearing sufficient talk of the Lord, whose lotus feet are the sum total of all places of pilgrimage, and who is worshipped by great sages and devotees? Such topics can cut off one's bondage to family affection simply by entering the holes of one's ears.
कह तृप्नुया ते पदो विधा सत्रेषु वह सूर्य. Who in human society can be satisfied without hearing the sufficient talk? Get it? Mute. So, but we can ask Vidra, Vidra, you heard so many times Krishna Katha. Tvaya bahusha eva sruta. Bahusha means many times you heard already. But what is his response? कौन संतुष्ट होंगे कृष्ण कथा से? तो माने और भी चाहिए ना. ऐसा नहीं कौन, ऐसा मत ले लीजिए कौन संतुष्ट हो जाएंगे माने कोई संतुष्ट नहीं होता, ऐसा नहीं. कौन तृप्त होंगे, संतुष्ट नहीं, इधर कौन तृप्त होंगे, कोई तृप्त नहीं होता माने और भी चाहिए. अब ऐसा सेंस में ले. Here, little bit difference is there. Who in human society can be satisfied without hearing sufficient offer? Whose lotus feet are some problem? So, about whom we want to hear? We want to hear about the Lord and his lotus feet. What is the sum total of all pilgrimage? Tirtha Pada. He purifies all tirthas. That is Tirtha Pada. Kahatrupniyat. Who can be satisfied? Tirtha Pada Abhidhana. So sitting in the Satreshu means in the group assembly. Assembly of who? Surbihi means devotees. So in the devotees assembly, keep on hearing the Krishna Katha, by that who will be satiated, will be satisfied. Means they will not be satisfied, they will be continuing. Yaha Karnanadi Purushasya Yato. It means this Krishna Katha is nothing but Krishna himself entering into the holes of ears and reaching to the heart. And what he is doing? Bhavapradam Geharati. Whatever the desire you have for the marrying nice girl, having a nice house, and having car, and few friends, relatives, mazalo. This kind of Geharati is finished. What he is doing? That Krishna is entering into your ears. Shrinvatam swakatam Krishna punya shravana kirtana Rudyantasto hyabadrani dhunoti suhrutsata. So kisan, so हल लेकर जोतते हैं ना जमीन, पूरा उखाड़ देते, जो भी खरपतवार, वैसा ही भगवान क्या करते हैं, जोतते हैं दिल को. उसमें खरपतवार क्या है? गेहरती. गेहरती फैमिली अफेक्शन, अफेक्शन फॉर फैमिली. Oh, beautiful job. Ah, nice girl. marrying and spending life. कहाँ जा रहे हैं सब लोग? हम लोग ही हैं. सब लोग सुन रहे हैं नहीं तो सो. क्लासरूम वाले कहाँ गए आज?
Actually, classroom was not available, so we are joining from our own places. And at some places, 2, 3 devotees are sitting.
Sitting in your place?
प्रजन्य प्रियापुर के पास में 1-2 डिवोटीज है पीछे और
अच्छा.
पसंदपुर के साइड में भी है. तो क्लासरूम वाज नॉट अवेलेबल, सो वी जॉइंड.
ऑनलाइन में मजा नहीं आता. कोई गारंटी नहीं, कहाँ सुनते हैं सोते हैं क्या करें. ये सब
सोचो
ना की
मतलब
बराबर. ऑनलाइन क्लास इक्वल टू ना की बराबर. निमाय आनंद प्रभु. अभय गोविंद प्रभु.
Yes, Puja, I'm there. Actually, I am in some service. I'm hearing actually. I'm cooking Puja here for camp, so that's why I'm a little busy.
Oh.
But I'm hearing.
Okay.
Okay, just one question I wanted to ask, can I? Pruji, in this discussion, first smaller question is like Vidura is telling that Vidura is telling that he heard from Vyasdev. So
Yes.
is it like he read the how to understand he heard from Vyasdev? Was there any class here? Because at least in the chronological which we are seeing, we did not see any incident like that. Where he heard, when he heard, that I wanted to ask first.
That is not recorded actually. Not recorded as an incident in Mahabharata. But he heard means heard. Yeah, definitely. So, as per my knowledge, yeah, to Vidura's place also, Hastinapur, as they used to come and tell about so many things. He used to give teaching trust also, like that. And also different stages, like Vanaparva, you can see. So, the Pandavas also getting situation. So, like that, Vidura also might have got. So, all details might not be there, like as a recorded incident on our. But definitely, we have heard. It happens actually. We can see in the case of Pandavas, they are hearing from the many people actually. Pandavas are hearing in Aranya Parva, like that.
Also,
What is
Guruji,
our
yes, Guruji. So, thank you, Guruji, that. So, just to clarify that point, generally, even all these devotees will be hearing from various sages about the social things of which are described in the scriptures. Even the lower things like going to heaven or doing sacrifices, karma yoga, and that kind of things they are hearing. But spiritual thing directly glorifying Krishna is very sometimes spoken. But because Vidura is a pure devotee, he wants to exclusively hear that more. That's why he's asking to Maitreya that please tell.
Yeah.
So, Puji, now question is because we have heard about Maitreya Muni that some of this thing still not fully clarified. He he was not a pure devotee; he was a Gyan Mishra Bhakta, and that's why that kind of thing we see happened where Krishna did not see him, but he indirectly heard. But now Vidur Muni is so is it that after hearing that description given by Krishna, with that Maitri Muni has become a pure devotee, complete pure devotee on
Yes.
the properly situated like that? Because so genuinely Vidura is asking question to him about pure devotion service. So he must be there on that platform. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. In Bhakti Sandarbha, you can see he Dev Goswami establishes. Maitra is also pure. Every prasanga. So, like Kardama is also initially no, then after that you, like we are also not pure roots, no? Future we may think, thinking, like
In your association, surely soon will become pure.
no, my. Okay, Parjanya Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, like you were saying that we should hear Krishna Katha 24 into 7, and it makes sense because our aim is that. But simultaneously, like we know, as we were discussing in Tattva Sandarbha also, that Vedas, fifth Veda is our Itihasa, Mahabharata, and Puranas. So, we should also know Dharma Shastra, how Dharma is working. And some people say that we should know Puranas and Mahabharata, and some say Ramayana also. So, what's your take as a outside person who is not a Iskcon devotee, and for a Iskcon devotee also, how much importance we should give to these shastras? Or Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita CC sufficient for us? Our Jeev Goswami, our Goswami literature, that is totally sufficient. What's your take on both the from both the party, outside Iskcon, inside Iskcon?
It's not about only astronomy. The criteria is till the time you get Drashraddha, you have to practice karmas. That means those people who are not fully surrendered to the Krishna. That means they came out from all designations. I am not father, mother, or if anyone. Such a like you see, like such a consciousness they don't have. I am only the servant of the Lord. I mean, now they are not feeling any obligation of, oh, if I don't do this duty, then I'll feel I'll get sin, or otherwise he's having some attachment for this wife, children. And such a people, they are not fully surrendered. Or otherwise, sometimes they may attach to their body also. So, yesterday class also you have seen that pure devotion begins from where? You remember what Prabhupada is writing? Pure devotion begins from?
Shraddha?
That means, what is the symptom of Shraddha? Where their Prabhupada is writing, pure devotion begins from?
Kripa from pure devotee, clarifying doubts, strong faith, full surrender, then bhajan until 20.
Full surrender. Prabhupada is writing,
Full
full surrender. Pure devotion begins from full surrender. So that means those who are not fully surrendered, so for them, Mahabharata is also important. Because if they are not fully surrendered to the Krishna, means they are still having the bodily designations, then they should be guided in that situation. What kind of karma they should do, what is good and bad, so that why they should check the good and bad, because if they are in the good, that means in the goodness, if they do good, that means they are in the goodness, then they can understand spiritual topics easily. If they are not in the goodness, then it is difficult for them to develop the full surrender. That means Durashraddha. So that's why for them Mahabharata and other Puranas also. Other Puranas means which are in line with the pure devotion. So they need to get the things which are required for the organizing their non-surrendered life. But once you fully surrender, then what is there? You hear all the time Krishna Katha. Just to sit in a temple and keep on hearing and doing the direct devotional activities to the life. This you should. Then what is the need of hearing about this Dharma Artha Kama? About Brahmana, what is the benefit? Kshatriya, Vaishya, and what kind of duties they should do, what kind of benefits they get. What is the need of hearing this? No need it. This is the demarcation. Okay?
But Prabhuji, we were discussing last time when I asked the question about surrender that you told that how many percentage of we discussed that who are working they are not practicing pure devotional service, and within ashram also what is that percentage who are practicing pure devotional service? So it seems that there is a need to read these kind of literatures also then, because practicing pure devotional service, that kind of percentage is very less. It suggests that.
So, yeah, even pure devotees also they may read that literature for the benefit of others. But their consciousness should be uh, being a full surrender devotee. He should not disconnect himself with the Lord. Ah, so that's why, like Arjuna and these people, to set an example to the society, they may do karma dark. Yes, they do practice of that. So, but while doing that also, they are fully remembering Krishna or whatever, remembering or hearing, or like in the case of Bharata Maharaj, Jiva Goswami says he is chanting actually all the time, chanting. That's going on. Like that. Like that, it will be going. So, yes, okay. For setting an example, they should, or otherwise. So, for their own requirement also.
Hare
Next, we will
Krishna.
be, yeah.
Guruji, one small clarification
No, no.
is needed.
Baba will take the next question later.
Okay, okay, yes.
Now it's too, time is going. Let me finish this and give a break for 10 minutes. It will take only 10 minutes. Why 15 minutes? So here, put Krishna Katha is so powerful that simply by entering into the person's ear, it can once give deliverance from the bondage of family affection. Geharati. This kind of beautiful objects, if you are desiring, because of anarthas also it will be coming. You know that this kind of dreams you should not do. Marrying a girl and sleeping with her, spending time with her. So such a dreams are coming for a brahmachari means even after hearing so many times this Krishna Katha, and this is not good. That means they are doing offenses. Offenses will lead to the material attraction. Bhakti Nishta भक्ति निष्ठा चावक वस्तुअंतर अभिनिवेश और भी पैसा कमाओ कुछ पैसा किताबों में जो भी एक्स्ट्रा पैसा है दान में 500 रुपए 200 1000 रुपए सब साइड में रखो किताब का पैसा दूंगा बाकी सब मेरा है ऐसे इकट्ठा करके एक बार हम सब पैसा लेके बैंक में रखेंगे ये सब और उसके बाद उससे घर बनाएंगे ये करेंगे दिस इज आउट ऑफ ऑफेंसेस दिस काइंड ऑफ थॉट्स विल कम you are seriously offending devotees that's it these are the results of offenses your nishta in bhakti will be going out because of attraction towards the material things so one more thing you will be getting the uh, ashraddha because of offenses, kutilita, crudeness, and laziness in the bhakti, also pride in bhakti. All this. We will we'll stop here for 10 minutes, not stopping, we'll pause in it. Then after that, we'll be going to the next stories. Yeah, yeah. Now 12:30. As per my time, it is whatever 10 minutes extra will take. We'll come back. As per my time, it's 12:33. Then we'll come at okay 12:45 or 47. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So welcome back to all of you for today's session. So we'll be continuing our discussion. So now,
This, sorry, in just previous verse, one small thing I wanted to ask. Like here it is said by Chakravarti that Abhidhanat is like even the names of the Lord cannot satiate. So what to speak of discussions about Krishna's pastimes.
it's
So from this, it is an indication that the name and the pastimes are like the deeper sense as compared to the names of the Lord. Because similar in the second canto or somewhere another verse, it comes like he, even somebody chants the name of the Lord, then what to speak of seeing the Lord eye to eye. That is even more purifying. One more shloka somewhere it comes. So is it like all are in absolute, but still there is a gradation that name and then higher is pastime and form and like that? I want to clarify.
no, here greater how you are taking. So Bhatrupya Tirtha Pada Abhidhana Satreshu Surabhiri iti. इधर नेम से इधर पास्ट टेंस ज्यादा है ऐसे करे कहाँ है
No, ji, Vishwanath Chugaraku's commentary I'm talking about, purport given by Chakravarti. This verse, what Vishwanath says, Abhidhanat namat eva kimutah kabhabhya, kathabhya. Like that he mentioned.
अभिधानात् नामतः एव किमुत क्या बोलो कथा यद्वा यद्वा means another meaning also अभिधानात् कथा नाम katana matrat. So here two different meanings he gave actually अभिधानात् and one. This is the one
Correct.
way. This yadva means another katana matrat. अभिधानात् means कथन से भगवान की कथाओं से कौन तृप्त होंगे कोई नहीं होंगे ऐसा कोई नहीं तो पहले अर्थ लेंगे तो यस नाम रूप गुण लीला so Jubo Swami says of course there is no difference but recommendation is there. What is the recommendation? One should first start with the chanting names, then heart will be purified, then one will be meditating on the form because purified mind is useful to meditate on the form. Then qualities, hearing the qualities. After hearing, able to hear the qualities, then it is easy to enter into Leela. So this is sequence is there. It has a recommendation, but absolutely, if you see there is no difference. But केवल नाम हर एक नाम भी उसके पीछे तो लीला रहता है. गोवर्धनधारी is the name. So by chanting this name and hearing the Govardhan Leela, simultaneously it is difference, simultaneously one and difference also. When you keep on hearing Leela, it's definitely more relation. But recommendation is what? That we have to see. We have to chant names only. Until unless heart is not purified. So practically what we should do, that is more important. Absolutely yes, there is no difference between the names and the katha. But what is recommended for the sadhaka? We are all sadhakas and for us is names only. And when we purify heart and when we see, then we can relish katha more than simply hearing the shortcut names. But that doesn't mean that the now katha is more relishing, so I will hear only katha, I don't chant names. No. What is practically what we should do? Names only we should do. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. But we recommendation, that is not that you should not hear katha. That is not the rule actually. One should hear more and more names, those whose heart is not purified. Okay. Next. I think it's clear. मुनिर्विवक्षुर्भगवद्गुणानां सखापि ते भारतमाह कृष्णः यस्मिन् नृणां ग्राम्यसुखानुवादै मतिर्गृहीतानुहरे कथायाम्. ट्रांसलेशन anyway. बहुत कम होते जा रहे हैं, संख्या 8 ही हो गए, 11 लोग 12 लोग.
They will join Puji, I think, in some time. I'll call them.
So now we'll see. Your friend, the great sage Krishnadvaipayan Vyasa has already described the transcendental qualities of the Lord in his great work of Mahabharata, but the whole idea is to draw the attention of mass of people to Krishna Katha through their strong affinity for hearing mundane topics. Vidura is saying, yeah, that is the right. Because Narada Muni is a guru and he can chastise Vyasdeva. Vidura is like son. He's a son only, not like he's a son of Vyasdeva. So he's saying what he's saying. My father, Vaibhava Vyasa, wrote Mahabharata to attract mass of people towards Krishna Katha. It's true. महाभारतस्यापि वस्तुतः तत्रैव तात्पर्यमित्याह मुनिः कृष्णो वेदव्यासः गुणानामिति द्वितीयायां षष्ठे. Vyasdev wrote Mahabharata to attract the mass of people by the worldly stories towards Krishna Katha. तस्मिन् भारते ग्राम्य सुखानुवादैः अर्थ काम कथनैः नृणां विषय लब्धानामपि मतिर्गृहीता व्यासेन स्वहस्तवशीकृता. किमर्थम्? So Vyasdev tried to attract the minds of mass of people through the worldly stories. Why he want to ultimately attract them towards Bhagavad Gita and Narayaniyopakhyanam. This is also from Mahabharata. So this is the reason. Ultimately, what he wants to give through Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita he wants to give. And Narayaniyopakhyanam he wants to give. अन्यथा परमार्थ कथाम् अशृण्वन्तः ते तत् समीपमेव नैव आस्यन्. So if Gramya Katha is not there, they will never come to the Bhagavad Gita. Now, while reading all this, so Bhagavad Gita is there in the Bhishma Parva. And before that, so many Parvas are there. Adi Parva, next Sabha Parva, Aranya Parva, like this. There are so many Parvas are there. So all these two Parvas are including so many stories. Like Nalada Mayanti, and like we can see stories of Dushyanta and Shakuntala, their love marriage. A beautiful description, forest and those so many scenes, woman duties, man duties, husband duties, wife duties, so many. Why it is very attractive for the people who are in the material consciousness. And while reading, they will come to finally, इसके बाद क्या हुआ, इसके बाद क्या हुआ, like that. They will come to Bhagavad Gita. So this is the intention actually, Vyasdev's intention. Anyatha, otherwise they will never come. तदुक्तम इतिहास समुच्चये कामिनः वर्णयन् कामान् लोभं लब्धस्य वर्णयन् नरः किं फलम् आपनुयेत् उपेन. Otherwise, what is the use for a lusty person if you explain about describe about the lust? What is the use? That means Vyasdev's intention is not that in describing the worldly stories. Otherwise, if for a lusty person, if you describe the lusty things, then what is the use? No use. So Mahakarnika, that's why Vasudev is a very, very compassionate personality actually. इतिहासैः पवित्रार्थैः पुनः तत्रैव निमितो अन्यथा वर्णये स कथां विद्वान् महाकारुणिको मुनिर्इति. Here Vidura is saying about Vasudev, Mahakarunika. So it's a great person. Mahakarunika. Out of the lot of compassion, Vasudev, he compiled this. Purport, the great says Krishnadvaipa and Vyasa is author of all the Vedic literature of which his work Vedanta Sutra, Srimad Bhagavatam and Mahabharata are very popular readings. As stated in Bhagavatam, Srila Vyasdev compiled the Mahabharata for less intelligent class of men who take more interest in mundane topics. But he compiled Vedanta Sutra also for the advanced people. But without studying Bhagavatam, understanding Vedanta Sutra is also not perfect. So Vedanta Sutra should be read with the help of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then one can understand rightly the meaning of all the sutras. So Bhagavatam one should understand from pure devotee. That means whose heart is not inflicted by the material desires. नहीं तो वो भी भागवत कथा करके कुछ पैसा कमाएंगे ऐसे बोले. One should hear from pure devotee. Because what will happen, his heart is completely free from the material contamination. So whatever the words are coming, they are having the purity actually. That message is having the energy actually. A special inconceivable potential will be there. So that's why we should not hear from the worldly people. Bhagavad should not be heard. We should hear only from pure devotees who have dedicated their life and who left over everything, all the worldly pleasures and comforts they left over, and just they want to serve the Lord. From such a people you should hear. Who doesn't have even for tinge of interest for the name, fame, faith, some woman or money or anything. You should hear from such a person. Then that is going to give impact. So otherwise, so much contamination. Oh, maybe someone may be so nicely narrating, but he is very much attached to woman. If he is very much attached to the family, people, worldly things. If we hear from his mouth, so whatever the content is coming, that is mixed with the subtly, it will be there. It will be spoiling actually. It's like a contaminated thing. It will also inflict your heart. So you will also get the same kind of desires in your. So that poison is entering into the. So that's why one should hear from a pure devotee. Not from, that's a market katha you should not hear. No. from the market. So many people you can get. So many nowadays in the YouTube channel. Devotees also are trying to hear and to make the nice stories and nice. Purity is not there. People are trying to explain how to achieve the material goals by studying Bhagavad Gita, so that you can control your mind and then you can nicely achieve your material goals. This kind of lessons they are giving. How to organize your corporate life nicely. How you can become successful corporate based upon Bhagavad Gita. It's a contamination. These are all contamination. You have to speak only pure Krishna Katha. You have to tell them about surrendering to Krishna is only the conclusion of the Bhagavad. No need of bridge beyond that. No need of bridges. So pure Krishna Katha is so important. The name of bridge, you will be out from everything. So, like how Srila Prabhupada was preaching to people who doesn't hear, who never hear the name of Krishna also in their life. How he was preaching. So same way we should preach. We should follow in the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada. Maintain the purity actually. If you have lusty desires in your heart, so our delivery is also inflicted by that. You may say I am speaking about Krishna only, but no, because of lack of purity in the heart, maybe wording is okay, but potency will not be there. So purity is very important. Purity is the force. Anyabhilashita sunyam. So contaminated heart, that means inflicted by material desires, and if you keep on speaking, you'll be giving the seed of मिश्र भक्ति. थोड़ा सा ये भी करो, थोड़ा सा वो भी करो, ऐसा बोलते रहेंगे. So that's why, yes, we should teach the right philosophy and the purity, pure goal. Dharma projita kaitavotra paramo nirmatsaranam satam. So such a philosophy has to be taught. And that's why goal should be clear for them. But immediately they cannot accept also such a pure devotional platform. But definitely we will be teaching to them what is different duties of Varna and Ashrama. But what we are clearing for them, what is the goal? What is the goal? Full surrender is the goal. Intermediate goal, that is not the final. So, and coming to the pure devotional platform is the goal. With that goal, we clear that goal. We should come to the pure devotional platform. That we clear. But now you are so not immediately to surrender everything. We help them how to be in the mode of goodness and hear more and more Krishna Katha to destroy by just one hearing. Why they are not becoming the full surrender devotees? Because they have so many doubts in their heart. So for that they need further hearing about pure devotion. So for that they should be in the mode of goodness. But for everyone, what you should clear the what is their goal. They should come to the pure devotional path. That you should clarify from the beginning itself. ऐसा नहीं कि 100 साल के बाद बोलेंगे, तब आप नहीं रहेंगे ना वो रहेगा. So that's why this is the goal, and now you are here. So to travel there, you need help of these also. But yes, that is only the ultimate. So like that we should teach. But if you don't give the what is the pure devotion and what is mixed devotion, and don't clarify for them, then they will never come. And first of all, we should know what is pure devotion. We think that mixed devotion is also pure devotion because of lack of understanding. Because of contaminated heart, contaminated intelligence, it will think that this is only pure devotion. जैसा रस्सी को देखकर सांप समझते हैं, क्यों? बुद्धि भ्रमित हो रहा है उनका। वैसा ही जिसका बुद्धि प्योर नहीं है, तो वो क्या सोचेंगे, जो भी मिक्स्ड डिवोशन वही प्योर डिवोशन समझ के बैठे। So there is a need of purity. So then how to purify that intelligence? That you can purify when you hear from a pure devotee actually. Then the intelligence will be purified. So as much as pure devotees increases in the society, then problems are reduced. All these people who are in the neophyte state, who are not in the pure devotion platform, they are all in the neophyte state. So in the neophyte state, what will happen? For them, name, fame is also very important. Anyabhilashita sunyam is not there. Then they will fight, quarrel. अरे मैं ये सेंटर का पास हूँ, तुम ये सेंटर का पास हो, मेरे लिए 2 सेंटर है, मेरे लिए 10 सेंटर है, आपके लिए यही लड़ाई चलता है. They see this is only the ultimate problem. So from whom we are hearing is also very important, and we should hear Bhagavatam. And what is the role of Mahabharata also explained. Next story. सश्रद्धदानस्य विवर्धमाना विरक्तिमन्यत्र करोति पुंसः हरेः पदानुस्मृति निवृत्तस्य समस्त दुःखाप्ययमाशु धत्ते. I will be reading translation. For one who is anxious to engage constantly in hearing such topics, Krishna Katha gradually increase his indifference towards all other things. Such constant remembrance of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna by the devotee who has achieved transcendental bliss vanquish all his miseries without delay. सश्रद्धधानस्य विवर्धमाना विरक्तिमन्यत्र करोति पुंसः हरेः पादानुस्मृति निवृत्तस्य समस्त दुःखाप्ययमाशु धत्ते. See, very important. Let me explain. हरिकथायां मति प्रवेश फलम अधिकारी भाग भेदेन. श्रद्धाधानस्य means what you should take? हरिकथायामेव परम पुरुषार्थ बुद्ध्या विश्वसतः means शुद्ध भक्तस्य. Shraddha means, here he also once again Vishwanath is clarifying. Shraddha wala, Shraddha dana means Shraddha wala. Means what? हरिकथायामेव परम पुरुषार्थ बुद्धिया, मानी हरिकथा में कौन सा बुद्धि है? यही परम पुरुषार्थ है. हरिकथा ही परम पुरुषार्थ है. बाकी घर घोड़ा बनाना ये सब परम पुरुषार्थ नहीं है. ऐसा विश्वसतः दृढ़ श्रद्धा. श्रद्धा मीन्स व्हाट? शास्त्रार्थ विश्वास. Believing the conclusions of the Shastra. What is the conclusions of Shastra? Harikatha is the ultimate. This is the conclusion of Shastra. And believing that strongly is known as Shraddha. Then that person is Suddha Bhakta. He is Suddha Bhakta. Shraddha Danasya means what you should take? Suddha Bhakta you should take. श्रद्धा इतना आसान स्टेज नहीं है. श्रद्धा से ही शुद्ध भक्ति बिगिन होती। जिसके पास श्रद्धा है वही शुद्ध भक्ति। श्रद्धा माने लुंज पुंज श्रद्धा नहीं। ये भी चलेगा वो भी चलेगा, ये सब नहीं। बस हरिकथायामेव परम पुरुषार्थ बुद्धिया। Krishna is only the ultimate, and I am insignificant. I am servant for how many hours? All the time. I am servant of him forever. So this kind of consciousness one should have. If you think that Krishna is ultimate and his katha hearing is only, Hari katha is only Parama Purushartha. Parama Purushartha means ultimate goal. मुंह से बोलते हैं हम लोग, लेकिन एक्शंस में नहीं रहता है। So then we are not Siddha Bhakti. तो जब आपको यही चीज चाहिए और कुछ नहीं है तो और कुछ नहीं है तो उस पर विश्वास क्यों रखें? यही कंफ्यूज होते रहते हैं एक्चुअली लोग। इधर ही इंटेलिजेंस क्या है, क्लियर नहीं रहता है, प्योर इंटेलिजेंस नहीं रहता है। माने भक्ति करने के लिए ये सभी भी चाहिए, घर भी चाहिए, पत्नी भी सहाय चाहिए, तब ना तो भक्ति करेंगे। बच्चों को भी देखभाल करना चाहिए, ये सभी अच्छा रहेगा तब ना भक्ति। ये सब क्या है, इम्प्योर इंटेलिजेंस एक्चुअली। ये कहानी भाई, 1 सेकंड समथिंग। तो प्योर डिवोटी का कॉन्शियसनेस कैसा रहता है जानना है तो भागवत पढ़ना है। सो इन सेकंड कैंटो थर्ड चैप्टर Saunak is saying what is pure devotion. In first canto second chapter, so the Goswami is saying, first canto fifth chapter, Narada Muni is saying what is pure devotion. The consciousness of the pure devotee they are describing. So Mother Kunti is expressing what is pure devotion. Bhishma Dev is narrating. Why? All these you have to understand the consciousness of a pure devotee so that you can check what is pure devotee, and by seeing their consciousness, symptoms of their consciousness, you can understand. So the whole Bhagavatam is there to train us or to make us to understand what is pure devotion, how to come. Shraddha means what? Shuddha Bhaktasya. Shuddha Bhakt. जिसके पास श्रद्धा है वही शुद्ध भक्त। हम लोग क्या सोचते, मेरा कहा मैं तो भगवान को मानता हूं ना, कृष्ण भक्ति सबसे श्रेष्ठ है, लेकिन एक्शंस में हमको बैंक बैलेंस भी चाहिए, हमको घर भी चाहिए, हमको पापा चाहिए, मम्मी चाहिए, उन लोग को भी अच्छा रखना है, ये है वो है। तब आप जो मुंह से बोला वो एक्शंस में नहीं है, आप बाद में बोलते वो भी ठीक है ये भी चाहिए। नहीं, ऐसा नहीं चलता है। व्हाट इज द सिम्टम ऑफ श्रद्धा? फुल सरेंडर। सो दैट्स व्हाई द सिम्टम ऑफ श्रद्धा इज एक्सप्लेन्ड बाय जीव गोस्वामी इन भक्ति संदर्भ। मेनी मेनी वेज ही एक्सप्लेन्स। एक के पास श्रद्धा है कर कैसा पता चले, तो जाके देखो, तब ग्रंथ में लिखे हैं फुल सरेंडर। जैसे गाय किसी को बेच दिया तो क्या होता है, वो फुल सरेंडर है। उसके बारे में आप कोई सोचता है क्या? जिस गाय को आप किसी को दे दिया, बेच दिया नहीं, उसके बारे में सोचेंगे आप? उसका खाना पीना नहीं, बस वो उनका हो गया। वैसा ही यदि आप अपने आप को सौंप दिया भगवान के लिए, वही फुल सरेंडर बोलते हैं। तो भगवान देख लेंगे. So that's why if you want to understand what is full surrender, that is also explained by Shastra, which is the beginning step of Suddha Bhakti. तमाशा नहीं, शुद्ध भक्ति में आना, मजाक नहीं. But it is only discussed everywhere here. अन्यत्र धर्मार्थ काम मोक्षेषु. So those who are fully surrendered, Saddadhanasya Vivardhamana, then what he will be doing? Krishna Katha is only the Parama Purushartha for him, and he is doing that all the time. So then Virakti Manyatra, he will be getting the Virakti. लोग सोचते हैं कि भौतिक चीजों की सबकी प्रति डिटैचमेंट, विरक्ति आने के बाद शुद्ध भक्ति आता है. नहीं, ये लॉजिक इधर. ये कंफ्यूजन है, बहुत कंफ्यूजन होते रहते. क्यों होते आप लोग पता नहीं, बहुत लोग ऐसा कंफ्यूज होते रहते. श्रद्धादानस्य विरक्ति ही अन्यत्र, माने पहले श्रद्धा है उसके बाद विरक्ति है. माने श्रद्धा माने क्या होता है? दृढ़ श्रद्धा मीन्स फुल फेथ ऑन द लॉर्ड. इसके अर्थ ये नहीं कि आपको पूरा सब कुछ चीजों की प्रति विरक्ति आ गया, नहीं, विरक्ति नहीं रहा हो सकता है, लेकिन अभी मैंने पत्नी के प्रति कुछ ना कुछ लगाव रहेगा, लेकिन फिर भी आप उनकी सेवा नहीं करेंगे ना. तो सेवा नहीं करना, पत्नी के रूप में उनका सेवा, एक व्यक्ति को सेवा नहीं करेंगे, नहीं तो क्षत्रिय ब्राह्मण वैश्य के रूप में आप उसको महत्व तो नहीं मानेंगे. तो that's why श्रद्धा is part of what? Is part of dharana. This stage of Shraddha understanding is also very important. If people have some doubt on this, Shraddha, what is? I had a course actually, Shraddha and Sharanagati. So please hear that. And Shraddha is a huge topic actually. What is Shraddha actually? श्रद्धा वाले को विरक्ति आता है, विरक्ति आने से श्रद्धा आता है करके लोग सोचते नहीं. लेकिन श्रद्धा कैसा आएगा? श्रद्धा माने क्या है? शास्त्रार्थ विश्वास, शास्त्र की जो कंक्लूजन्स हैं उस पर विश्वास. वो कहां से आएगा? वो शुद्ध भक्त की कृपा से, जब शास्त्रों का अध्ययन करेंगे तब आएगा. तो इसके अर्थ ये नहीं है कि आपको विरक्ति आ गया, नहीं, विरक्ति तो नहीं है, लेकिन भगवान भी चाहिए मुझे, उनका भक्ति निरंतर करूंगा, क्योंकि यही अल्टीमेट है. ऐसा स्थिति आया. तो ऐसा स्थिति में क्या करेंगे? ये अनर्थों की अनर्थ रहता है, इसीलिए शुद्ध भक्त की अर्ली स्टेज में, बिगिनिंग स्टेज में अनर्थ रहेगा. तो वो माने अटैचमेंट्स रहेगा, सुकृत दुष्कृत अनर्थ रहेगा. तो वो अनर्थ रहने के बाद भी लेकिन उनके पास श्रद्धा है ना, दृढ़ श्रद्धा है, सरेंडर है. कौन सरेंडर होते हैं? जैसे कोई भी विपत्ति में वो तो सरेंडर होते हैं. इसके अर्थ ये नहीं कि वो अपने आप को बचा सकते, नहीं. तो वैसे ही किसी के पास अटैचमेंट रहने के बाद भी भगवान के प्रति सरेंडर हो जाते हैं, क्योंकि वो शुद्ध भक्ति कृपा से भक्ति ही करना है और कुछ नहीं करना है करके समझ लिया, और विश्वास भी कर रहे, समझना ही नहीं. तो क्या करेगा वो? तो ये विरक्ति भी, ये आसक्ति भी हटा देंगे भगवान ही करके, वो निरंतर भजन करेंगे. उस भजन में बाधा आता है, इसी को इसको बोलते हैं अनिष्टित भजन. तो जब वो ऐसा करते रहेगा तो माने उस समय उनका मन हर क्षण भगवान की चरण कमलों में नहीं जाएगा, लेकिन प्रयास तो रहता है. अनर्थ के कारण रुकता रहता है, लेकिन प्रयास तो रहता है बाप. तो तब क्या होगा? तब वो अनर्थ उखड़ा जाएगा, माने माने उखाड़ दिया जाएगा इस भजन से. तब आता है निष्ठा, भजन एकदम स्टडी हो जाए. तो इधर यही बोला जा रहा है। तो ऐसा श्रद्धा से भगवान की कथा सुनने से क्या होता है, विरक्ति आएगा कहा, बाकी चीजों पर। इसीलिए वासुदेवे भगवती भक्ति योग प्रयोजिता जनयत्यासु वैराग्यम ज्ञानम चेदहितुकम। भक्ति से वैराग्य आएगा और ज्ञान भी आएगा। अन्यत्र मीन्स हियर मेटीरियल थिंग्स, धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष। हरेः पादानुस्मृति निवृत्तस्य समस्त दुःखाप्ययाशु दत्ते। तो उसके बाद क्या, दैट व्हाट विल हैपन, विरक्ति, देन कथा मोक्षे विरक्तिं चेत् करोति ततः कथा निवृत्ति संसार दुःखनाशम तत्र हरेः पदयोः अनुस्मृति प्रतिक्षणम। That means he reaching to the stage of bhava every moment, madhuryanubhuti, by that taya nirvritasya labda paramanandasya moksha lagata kriti पुंसः समस्त दुःखयोः समस्त संसार तस्यापि पेयं नाशं तत्र आशु शीघ्रमे। It means he is completely liberated. Next, so we'll take slow. So questions later. We must certainly know that on the absolute plane, Krishna Katha and Krishna are the same. The Lord is the absolute truth, and therefore His name, form, quality, etc., which are all understood to be Krishna Katha, are non-different from Bhagavad Gita. Being spoken by Lord is good as Lord Himself. Bhagavad Gita and Lord are not different. So when a sincere devotee reads Bhagavad Gita, this is as good as seeing the Lord's face to face in His personal presence. But this is not so far for the mundane wrangler. All potencies of the Lord are there when one reads Bhagavad Gita, provided it is read in the way recommended in the Gita by the Lord Himself. Mundanes, if they read Bhagavad Gita, nothing they are going to get. They will get only lessons for the success in corporate life. But they know what is the result of the reading Bhagavad Gita. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam praja. Manmanabhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. That means leaving all this, what is corporate, leaving everything, all the material designations, and fully surrendering to the Lord. And manmanabhava, that means Bhagavan ka ho jana chahiye. Aur madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. All the time paying obeisances to the Lord and remembering the Lord and so serving the Lord and worshipping the Lord. This is, he is saying all manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. All these are all direct devotionals. These things only issue. और कर्म करके ऑफर करने की जरूरत क्या है? वो समय भी कर्म करने की टाइम भी नहीं है इनको. डायरेक्ट डायरेक्ट कृष्ण भक्ति करेगा, डायरेक्ट भक्ति करेगा. One cannot foolishly manufacture an interpretation of Bhagavad Gita and still bring about transcendental benefit. So just by mundane speculation, interpretation, you cannot get the transcendental benefit. That's why one should hear from the pure devotee. Pure devotees are in the Guru Parampara. Anyone who tries to squeeze some artificial meaning and interpretation from Bhagavad Gita for an ulterior motive is not Shraddhadhana Pumsaha. Those who are not interested in pure devotion, they will be so much wranglers. That means so much speculations nowadays on Bhagavad Gita, this lesson, that lesson, all nonsense lessons. What lessons you want? Only one lesson. Sraddhadhana Pumsa means one engaged anxiously in a bona fide hearing Krishna. Means, what is Sraddhadhana? Suddha Bhaktaha. That means, what is the meaning of Suddha Bhakta? Hari Kathayam Eva Parama Purushardataya Buddhi. See here. Hari Kathayam Eva Parama Purusharda Buddhya Viswasataha. Suddha Bhakta Se Ityartha. Sraddhadhana means Suddha Bhakta. It's a degradation actually. If you don't preach pure devotion, in the light of pure devotion, you speak other things also. How to come to mode of goodness. For the purpose of bringing to the pure devotion, you will be speaking. And with the clarifying that you speak. Otherwise, it is not good. Such a person cannot derive any benefit from the reading Bhagavad Gita. However, a great scholar, great a scholar, he may be in the estimation of a layman. The Sraddhadhana or a faithful devotee can actually derive all the benefits of Bhagavad Gita because by the omnipotency of the Lord, he achieves the transcendental bliss which anguishes attachment and nullifies all con- con- concomitant material miseries. So, Shraddhadhana means what? Faithful devotee. How much faith? Strong faith. Only by the devotee, by his factual experience, can understand the import of this verse spoken by Vidura. The pure devotee of the Lord enjoys life by constantly remembering the lotus feet of Him. Constantly. This word constantly is important. So, constant graph, constant. Okay. Constantly remembering the lotus feet of the Lord by hearing Krishna. For such a devotee, there is no such thing as material existence. So, Shraddhadhana devotee, there is no material existence. No family, no this, no that, nothing. सब बोरी में बांध के बहा दो. No material existence. There is no such thing as material existence. And the much advertised bliss of Brahmananda is like a fig for that who is in the meditation of the transcendental ocean of bliss. Even in the moksha is also nothing. When he comes to the stage of bhava, moksha also looks like nothing. Moksha lagata. Initially, he has understanding that moksha is nothing by Shastra because what is Shraddha? Shastra Dvishwa. Shastra is rejecting moksha. So that's why he has faith on that. So before coming to the bhava stage, he has only understanding and believing. Moksha is inferior to the bhakti. But when he comes to the stage of bhava, he feels that. He realizes moksha is nothing. So quickly, any questions? No questions.
Yes, Vijay, you were telling about this Nishtha, I just wanted to ask. We know that in the Anishthit Bhajan Kriya, there are various things given by Vishwanath Chavadakur. So, some of them are very grossly understood. When these are not there, then one is like little stable. But actually, how to analyze that Nishtha platform, one is trying to be on that or not, or can you elaborate on it a little more?
Nishta is explained in Madhuri Kadambini what are the symptoms and Anishtit Bhajan Kriya also. If you have time, so please hear Madhuri Kadambini classes I have given. In playlist it is there. Every stage is explained.
Well, can you share your YouTube channel link or something? Actually,
Yeah.
I don't have. That day I was trying
Golok
to.
Vani. GOLOK.
Okay.
Golok space ANI. If you type this immediately, it will come.
Okay, fine, fine.
And there I have given one more class about Shraddha. It's a huge. Actually, I started for your Brahmachari class also in Pune, but only one class I did, so I have to do that second class also. So there in the Whitefield, actually, you can see Iskcon Whitefield Brahmachari class. 3 lectures are there. So that if you hear, then you can get more clear understanding about this. Prabhupada is writing in every purport clearly, actually. He is writing very clearly. Here also is writing very clearly. So Shraddha Dhana means no material existence, no material. That is. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Raise the hand.
Prabhuji,
Prabhu, can you raise the hand,
sure.
actually? So this PJPD, who is this? KKD.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Parjanya Priyadas hai.
Okay. Yeah.
Prabhuji, you were making a point ki family affection, mummy, papa. So we are brahmacharis. So I was exactly want to know what are you referring? Matlab, we have some duties, but we are in brahmachari ashram, so our duty have reduced also towards them. Like we have been discussing again and again, Nimesh Matra of Lord Vishnu. So many hundreds of Brahma's lifetime we have come, we have got unlimited bodies. So we have unlimited parents. But could you give more purport on this? क्या
Yeah.
कहते हैं for a brahmachari, especially mummy, papa is the main affection. Wife is not yet there, and should not be there in the future also. So I need
That's
more
good,
of your
actually.
purport on that.
Not having the
Yeah,
future is good. So
yeah,
even if one does, how they do the service of the mother father, they do for the sake of preaching, because otherwise people think that, hey, so this person became devotee and he just neglected this old father and mother. We are not rejecting to do service to the old parents. Brahmachari you may do, but oh, if I don't do, then I will be getting sin and I cannot be a devotee. No, that kind of conscience should not be there. Only to preach the society. That means if you don't do, then people will be seeing that your external activities. Oh, he rejected the parents. This much only they see, and they never come to the. So they also start rejecting the. Oh, such a भैया छोड़ दिया तो हम भी छोड़ देंगे. आपका भाई का कजिन सब लोग बोले. So they are not devotees, and also they are started giving your example, and they are also coming out from their dharma. Then they will be grossly sinful, actually. They will be doing gross sinful activities by rejecting parents. You have adhikara to reject parents because you have Drishraddha and you surrender to the Lord. And by quoting your example, they will also, they are not having the adhikara to leave parents, because Shastra is saying, Tavat karmani kurvita, nanirvidyeta yavata matkatha shravanado shraddha va yavana. So one Shastra, what is saying, you should do karma till the time either you should be fully detached from the results of karma. That diagram, Brahmachari class I will explain. Either you are eligible to go this side Gnana Marga or the pure devotional Marga. Then you can leave karma, otherwise no. So such a people will be quoting you as an example, and they will also leaving, and then वो लोग तो घर का ना घाट का हो जाएंगे, सिंफुल पीपल हो जाएंगे. इसीलिए उन लोगों को आप रास्ता पे रखने के लिए एक्सटर्नली करेंगे, लेकिन अपने लिए नहीं कर रहे हैं, वो दूसरों के लिए कर रहे हैं. इसलिए परिनिष्ठित कर्म बोलते हैं. बट while doing that also you should maintain your consciousness, like Pandavas and others. They are example, like Ambarish. He was ruling the country and also he is always doing the devotion. How to do that? That's why Bhagavatam is there. Well, so many examples are there, live examples. Yeah, Narahari Prabhu. We are running with that. Only this last question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, वो you are saying that when we hear from a pure devotee, their consciousness enters in our
Yeah, special
consciousness.
potentiators.
But
Yes.
if
Inconceivable
someone
potential.
is not having, if someone is not having that consciousness, and although they may be speaking very nicely, so their consciousness is mixed. So
Yes.
that also enters in our consciousness.
Yes.
So means for my personal application point of view, means sometimes I give lectures and I feel that I am not in pure devotional practice. I may be practicing and I may be speaking from Prabhupada views also only. Internally, I don't have that developed consciousness that is not that I am free from all attachment. So what degree it is recommended that we should be speaking for Krishna Katha? That's my question.
We should speak Krishna Katha. You can bring them to at least to your level. जैसे एक गड्ढा में गिर गया या तो दलदल में गिर गया, एक आदमी बाहर है और उसमें 4 लोग गिरे हैं, एक बीच में गिरे हैं और एक थोड़ा सा आगे है, किनारे से थोड़ा सा आगे आए हैं, किनारे के थोड़ा सा नजदीक में है और भी ज्यादा नजदीक में हो रहे हैं और एकदम वो एक व्यक्ति किनारे नहीं, ठीक है, तो आप एकदम बीच में रहने वाला हाथ पकड़े हैं, तो लेकिन आपका कनेक्शन होना चाहिए किससे? आपसे ज्यादा ऊपर रहने वाले से, और वो ऊपर रहने वाले और आगे रहने वाले से, और वो भी जो ऊपर खड़े हैं उनसे कनेक्शन रहना है, तब तो क्या होगा? आप खींच रहे हैं आपसे जो नीचे वाले, और अल्टीमेटली उनकी कनेक्शन से आप भी ऊपर आ जाएंगे और आपके साथ साथ वो भी आ जाएगा. We should maintain this. This is the thing. So that's why whenever you have qualified people to hear, you should hear. You should not teach to them. Whenever you have less qualified people, you should teach. You should not hear from them. This is the thing. In front of elders, you should not speak. Elders means, of course, for your benefit, they may sit. That is, I'm not rejecting that Bhagavatam class. Sometimes big people also. But specific preaching activities, to whom we should do? Those who are in the, हम लोगों से ज़्यादा दलदल में जो है उसको पकड़ कर लिए. लेकिन but don't expect that they can be advanced than you. No, हम लोग जितना advance उतना तक ही ला पाए. लेकिन यदि हम लोग connected है तो हम लोग भी आगे जाते रहेंगे और वो लोग भी हमारे साथ साथ आएंगे. That's why we should maintain connection with the people who are in the higher consciousness.
Yes, sir.
Hare Krishna. So we'll continue with the discussion. तच्चोच्चसोच्चानविदोऽनुशोचे हरे कथायां विमुखानघेन शृणोति देवो निमिषस्तु येषाम् आयुर्वृतावादगति स्मृतीनाम्. Or says, persons who because of their sinful activities are averse to the topics of transcendence and thus ignorant of the purpose of Mahabharata are pitied by the pitiable. I also pity them because I see how the duration of life is spoiled by eternal time while they involve themselves in presentation of philosophical speculation, theoretical ultimate goals of life, and different modes of rituals. So he is expressing his lamentation for the ignorant people who are away from the Harikatha. Harikathayam vimukhan. Vimukha means turning away face from Harikatha. Kshinoti Devo animishastu yesham ayurvrutha. Their ayu will be degraded day by day, is reduced. Every minute we are reaching to the death. Ayurvrutha. Vada gati smriti nam. They keep on discussing nonsense things, unnecessary things. So worldly things they keep on discussing, hours and hours. So here, 14 sloka, the purport you see of the Viswanath. Atra Harikatayam Trividaha Janaha. In Harikatha, you can find three types of people. What? Shraddadanaha, Ashraddadanaha, Vimukaha. Three types. हरिकथा से विमुख हो गए, हरिकथा में श्रद्धा वाले, हरिकथा में अश्रद्धा वाले। अश्रद्धा वाले माने विमुख नहीं है, अश्रद्धा एक कैटेगरी है। श्रद्धा, अश्रद्धा और विमुखा। श्रद्धाधाना हरिकथा में श्रद्धा रखने वाला, हरिकथा में श्रद्धा ना रखने वाला, हरिकथा में विमुख हुआ लोग। श्री भागवत मते भक्तो परम पुरुषार्थ श्रद्धादान उच्यते। व्हाट इज फर्स्ट कैटेगरी? श्रद्धादान मीन्स who think that bhakti is the parama purushartha, it is only the ultimate, like that viswasaha. So they are shraddhadana, already explained. What is the proof? Tavat karmani kurvita na nirvidyeta yavata matkata shravanado va shraddha yavanna jayate iti. So see, Vishwanath is also giving the same quotation. So those who got the shraddha, strong faith in the conclusions of the Shastra. What is the conclusions of Shastra? Harikatha is the ultimate. This is the Shastra's conclusion. So whoever is believing this strongly, they are Shraddhadana. One more place. Jata Shraddho Mat Kathasu Ityado Tatha Pratipadayishyamanatvat Purushartha Sadhana Matratvene Viswasantah Ashraddhadanaha Bhaktya Vinaya Purusharthan Shisha Ishavo Ukaha. So what about the Ashraddhadanaha? प्रतिपादयिष्यमाणत्वा परम पुरुषार्थ साधन मात्रत्वेनैव विश्वसन्तः. So those people, that means Ashraddhadana means those people who think that Harikatha is useful to get the Purushartha. Example, I should do Shravana Kirtan to get the moksha. I should do Shravana Kirtan to get the result of karma. These people are Ashraddhadana. That means they are believing Bhakti, they are believing Harikatha, but how they are seeing the Harikatha? It is just a tool to achieve goal of the life. What is the goal? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. If someone see Bhakti as a tool to achieve Dharma, Artha, Kama, they are Ashraddhadana. Bhaktya vinaiva purusharthan sishashaisho vimukha. But some people, I don't care for Bhakti, but I will achieve my Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha without Bhakti. They are Vimukha actually. Tatra Prathaman Sabinandanam Muktva Dityan Ullangya Trityan Socheti. So Vidura's, what is Vidura's view about these three people? Vidura is so happy with the first category people, Shraddhadana. He is appreciating them. And towards the second category people, he is not so much happy. But he didn't say anything about second category, but he is directly telling about third category people and he is lamenting for them. अरे मूर्खों कैसा भक्ति को छोड़ के पुरुषार्थ को प्राप्त करना चाहते हैं. Just he is lamenting. शुद्ध भक्त ये सोचा स्वर्ग मोक्षादि साधन रताः तैरपि सोचान भक्ति रहित कर्म ज्ञान योगादि मतः अहम सोचामि. It means Vidura is so much lamenting. Hey, these people are trying to get the dharma, artha, kama, moksha, but without bhakti. So pity these people. He's expressing his pittiness. It's impossible to get the result. Bhakti rahita karma jnana yoga adi mata aham sochan. Tatra hetu avidaha. They are so foolish. They are not knowing the Shastra at all. They don't know the conclusions of the Shastra at all. And animishaha kalaha nanu devi swamatha. And they are simply busy in such a people who reject bhakti completely. They try to establish their philosophy. Nana vada, nana gati, nana smrityadi mantaha. They will be saying that Paramanu vada, this vada, Sankhya, Ashtanga, Karma Mimamsa, all this. Without bhakti, they have their own speculations and keep on propagating this. So he is very much worried for them. So next story. तदस्य कौशारव शर्म धातु हरे कथामेव कथासु सारम् उद्धृत्य पुष्पेभ्य इवार्थ बन्धो शिवाय नः कीर्तयतीर्थकीर्ते. O Maitreya, O friend of the distressed, the glories of the Supreme Lord can only do good for people all over the world. Therefore, just as bees collect honey from flowers, kindly describe the essence of all topics, the topic of the law. So, एकदम conclude कर दिया इधर जी. बिना भक्ति को मैंने तीन प्रकार श्रद्धा दाना, अश्रद्धा दाना and विमुखा. So, bhakti is must. It is very much important. और इसीलिए आप हरि कथा सुनाओ. There are many topics for different persons in different modes of material nature. But the essential, कुछ जरूरी है क्या? कौन किया? टीम में? Oh, but the essential topics are those in relationship with the Supreme Lord. भगवान की कथा के अतिरिक्त दुनिया में क्या है? अब यही प्रश्न पूछ रहे हैं आप इतना सुने आज का सारांश क्या है? इस दुनिया में भगवान की कथा सुनने के अतिरिक्त कुछ बचा है क्या? कुछ भी नहीं. ये विदुर जी का अनुभव है. इससे आप क्या सीखेंगे? घर बनाने के लिए जाएंगे क्या? नौकरी करने के लिए जाएंगे? ये सब खाना कैसा मिलेगा प्रभु? मेरा नाव पार कौन करेंगे? ये सब सोचते. ये ऐसा सोचना श्रद्धा नहीं है. इसके अंदर विश्वास नहीं. भगवान क्या बोल रहे हैं? मैं खिलाता हूं. एक नजर से मैं इतना सृष्टि करता हूं. एक बार ऐसा भगवान प्रकृति ऊपर अपना दृष्टिपात करने से कितना सृष्टि हुआ या नहीं? वैसा भगवान आपको खिलाएंगे नहीं? विश्वास है या नहीं? आपको खाना पीना नहीं खिलाएंगे. फिर भी प्रभु माने ये फिर भी यही है समस्या. बट जब बट आएगा तो इसके अर्थ है आपको वो नहीं है. इतना आसान नहीं. बट बट करके इतना इतना बढ़ा के रखते हैं एकदम प्रपंच. बट ये कैसा है, बट वो कैसा है, बट वो कैसा है. That's why it's not so easy. So here again and again Bhagavatam, hear from every acharya, every speaker and every listener of the Bhagavatam. Everyone is saying same thing. Vidura is saying. Vidura is saying very clearly. So nothing is there in this whole world. Only Harikatha. And he is expressing his bitterness for poor people who are Vimukha. Ashraddha Dana is not interested. And he is appreciating only Shraddha Dana. Who believe that Harikatha is only the ultimate life. So, O Maitreya, O friend of distress, the glories of the Supreme Lord can only do good for people all over the world. Therefore, just as bees collect honey. So that's why our goal is to bring everyone into the pure devotional platform. bringing them out from their so-called material designations, making them to believe Krishna is and Bhakti is the ultimate. There are many topics of different persons in different modes of material nature, but the essential topics are those in relationship with Supreme Lord. Unfortunately, materially afflicted conditioned souls are more or less averse to topics of Supreme Lord because some of them don't believe in the existence of God. बहुत लोग विमुख हैं. In the society, three kinds of people are there: Shraddadanaha, Ashraddadanaha, and Vimukaha. Major is Vimukaha and Ashraddadanaha are few. Most of we are Ashraddadanaha. Shraddadanaha is full surrender. लटका रहे इधर उधर हम लोग लटक रहे नहीं. Unfortunately, materially affected conditioned souls are all more or less averse. They are all averse. That means they don't want to see bhakti also at least a helping tool for the achieving the dharma artha kama. They are not seeing that also. In both cases, there is nothing for them to say of God. Both the non-believers and the impersonalists deny the essence of our topic. Therefore, they engage in topics of relativity in various ways, either in the sense gratification or in mental speculation. For the pure devotees like Vidura, the topics of both the mundaners and the mental speculators are useless in all respects. Thus, Vidura requested Maitreya to talk of the essence, only the talks of Krishna and nothing else, nothing else. Next one. Saviswajanmasthiti samyamarthi कृतावतारः प्रगृहीत शक्ति चकार कर्मण्यति पुरुषाणि यानीश्वर कीर्तयतानि मह्यम्. Kindly chant all those superhuman transcendental activities of the supreme controller, the personality of Godhead who accepted incarnations fully equipped with all potency for the full manifestation and maintenance of the cosmic creation. He is asking. So all the leelas of the Lord. Next. श्रीसुकोवाच स एवं भगवान् पृष्टः क्षत्रा कौशारवो मुनिः पुंसां निःश्रेयसार्थेन तमाह बहुमानयन्. Sukadeva Goswami said, the great sage Maitreya Muni, after honoring Vidura very greatly, began to speak at Vidura's request for the greatest welfare of all people. Now Maitreya started speaking for welfare of everyone and also for to honor the request of Vidura. So he is Maitreya Uvacha Sadhu Prishtam Tvaya Sadhu Lokan Sadhvan Gruhnata Kirtim Vitanvata Loke Atmano Dakshajatmana. Maitreya said, O Vidura, all glory unto you. You have inquired from me of the greatest of all goodness. And thus you have shown your mercy both to the world and to me, because your mind is always absorbed in the thoughts of transcendence. What is the reaction actually you see towards one pure devotee, another pure devotee? How is reactive? Maitreya is saying. So here little commentary is there in the 16. After asking several questions about Lord, how he does creation and everything, finally he is asking Madhurena Samapayet. Everything should end with this sweetness. So that's why he is asking to explain about the Krishna Leelas also. Okay, this is the thing you should understand. 16th and 18th Adokshada, 18th nothing is there. So we'll see the purport. So Maitreya Muni, who was experienced in the science of transcendence, could understand that Vidura's mind was fully absorbed in transcendence. Adokshada means that So you all know the meaning of Adosh. Next sloka. Naitat chitram tvayi kshatar bhadaray kshatar naitat chitram tvayi kshatar bhadarayana viryaje gruhito nanya bhavena yatvaya haririshwara. O Vidura, it is not at all wonderful that you have so accepted the Lord without deviation of thought. For you were born from the semen of Vyasdev. What do you say? अरे आप लोगों के लिए ये छोटी बात, ये तो कोई नहीं, ये कोई अद्भुत बात नहीं है. It is not so wonderful because you are, that means you are fully absorbed in Krishna Katha. And this kind of thing is natural to you because it's not so surprising. Because you are son of Vyasdev. Badarayana Viryaje. You appear from the semen of Badarayana. Such a great person's son. The value of great parentage and noble birth is evaluated here in connection with the birth of Vidura. That means Vidura's birth is not ordinary birth like us. It's very. The culture of human being begins when the father invests his semen in the womb of. According to that, sir, Garbhadan Samskara one should do. Prabhupada is saying this. So such a souls are expected that those can be more nice souls. So that is a point you should understand here. Next step. मांडव्य शापात् भगवान् प्रजा संयमनो यमः. प्रातुक्षेत्रे भुजिष्यायां जातः सत्यवती सुतात्. I know that you are now Vidura due to the cursing of Mandavya Muni and that formerly you were King Yamaraj, the great controller of living entities after their death. You are begotten by the son of Satyavati Vyasadeva in the kept wife of his brother. So he is previously what? Yamadharmaraj. And he appeared, Vidura. Yama appeared in the form of him. Mandavya was a great sage, and Vidura was formerly the controller of Yamaraj. So all of you know this. Prabhupada is explaining this. Yamaraj once tried Mandavya Muni for his childhood profligacy and ordered him to be pierced with the lance. Mandavya being angry at Yamaraj for awarding him undue punishment. Actually, Mandavya was unnecessarily given punishment because his childhood he did the mischievous things. Then for that also Yamaraj gave punishment. So that's why Mandavya cursed him to become a Sudra. And also, yes, that's why he appeared in the womb of a Dasi. This is a story all of you know. And just another 2 more minutes, give me. भगवान् भगवतो नित्यं सम्मतः सानुगस्यः यस्य ज्ञानोपदेशाय मादिशत् भगवान् व्रजन्. Your good self is one of the eternal associates of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for whose sake the Lord, while going back to his abode, left instructions with me. Now he is saying, you see, when these questions are asked, Maitreya is saying that, see, Lord is so merciful towards you and he gave so many teachings to me to instruct you only. So this is the Lord's mercy towards you. Amara, the great controller of life after death, decides the living entities. So see, and because Vidura happened to be among them, Lord, while returning to Vaikuntha, left instructions for Vidura with Maitreya Muni. Generally, the eternal associates of the Lord in the spiritual sky don't come to the world. Sometimes they come, however, by the Lord, by the order of the Lord, not to hold any administrative post, but to associate the Lord in person or to propagate the message of Godhead in human society. Such empowered are called Shikyavesha avatars. Empowered, okay. अतते भगवल्लीला योगमायोर्बृंहिता विश्वस्तित्युद्भवान् विश्वस्तित्युद्भवान् उद्भवान्तार्था वर्णयाम्यनुपूर्वशः. I shall therefore describe you the past tense. पहले प्रश्न क्या है? शुरुआत में क्या पूछा? What he asked? How Lord is creating various universes, lokas. So with his potencies, that means, and he is controlling Purusha Avataras. About Purusha Avatara he asked. So now that's why Maitreya is beginning from that. So how Lord is doing the creation. Now from here onwards creation begins. How creation is done. That means initially who? Mahavishnu will be there. Mahavishnu is glancing on the Prakriti. From that Prakriti, so various elements are produced, that is being explained. Initially who was there? Bhagavan Eka Ase. Bhagavan Eka Asedamagra Atmana Atma Atmatmanam Vibhu Atmichanugatavatma Nana Matyupalakshana. So the personality of Godhead, the master of all living entities, existed prior to the creation as one without a second. It is by his will only that creation is made possible, and again everything merges in him. This supreme self is symptomized by different names. So initially who? Bhagavan Eka. That means only one. Bhagavan Eka Ased Agre. That means before creation, Lord was only there. Who is that? That's Mahavishnu. And that means all other also Vaikunthas, everything are together known as Bhagavan only. So अभी जो देख रहे हैं वो नहीं है, तो कौन है? तब तो भगवान एक है. So भगवान माने भगवान, भगवान के पार्षद, वो सब कुछ भी आएंगे, तो वो सभी हैं. भगवान एक आसेद अग्रे. Before creation, Idam means creation, Agre means before. Who was there? Only Bhagavan was there. Atmana Atmanu Vibhu Atme Chanugatavatma Nana Matyupalakshana. From here onwards, so he wants to become many. Nana Matyupalakshana wants to become many. When he desired to become many, then he started. That means glancing on the Prakriti, then all the 23 elements are going to come from that Prakriti. And those are going to pray, so that I will explain in tomorrow's class. Okay, we'll stop here. Creation part will be from here onwards, it begins from the 24th sloka onwards. So, Saiva Yesha Tada Drashta Na Pasya Drishyame Karat meaning. So, it will quickly take just a half an hour only to reach to the stuti of these 23 elements. They do stuti. Stuti takes the 1 hour at least. 1.5 hour we should finish. And only you can go to 6th chapter. 6th chapter is not, it will not take much time. You can finish another 1.5 hour. Tomorrow we'll try to finish the 6th, ending of 6th. At least we'll be in the safe zone. 8th chapter is also not big chapter. Any questions or comments? Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, in purport of text number 20, it is written Vyasdev is son of Satyavati by the great king Shantanu. It's a mistake, I guess.
ऐसा कैसे? हाँ?
It should be Parashar Muni, I guess.
कहाँ लिखे हैं? कौन सा? 20th chapter.
20th chapter, 20th purport. Thus Yamraj took birth in the womb of the kept wife of Vichitravirya from the semen of Vichitravirya's brother Vyasdev. Vyasdev is son of Satyavati by the great king Shantanu. Parashar Muni होना चाहिए, I guess.
Vasudev is the son of Satyavati by great king Shantanu. Hey. Oh my God. Yamaraj took birth in the womb of the kept wife of Vichitravirya from the semen of Vichitravirya's brother Vasudev. This is okay. Vasudev is the son of Satyavati. This is also okay. By ये तो गया. By the great king Shantanu.
तो mistake है ये.
The father of Vishnu. This mysterious history of the universe. This is not Shantanu.
Should be Parashar Muni, na?
Yeah.
And
Of
Prabhuji,
course, she is wife of Shantanu,
हाँ जी.
but that doesn't mean that they before marriage, no? That after. So after marriage, whoever is produced from her womb, then those belongs to that king only. Like example, by the Vasudev, Dhritarashtra is produced from the womb of Ambika.
Mm-hmm.
But that son is belongs to whom? That son is belongs to Vichitravirya only.
Vichitravirya.
जमीन जिसका है, भले जमीन में कोई भी बीज डाले, लेकिन फसल किसका है? जमींदार का ही होगा ना.
जमींदार का.
तो जैसे लेबर जाएंगे, कोई भी उधर बीज डालते जाएंगे, तो फसल किसका होता है? जमींदार का.
जमींदार का होता है.
हाँ, तो वो कब होगा? जब जमींदार बनेगा. तो स्त्री माने वो जमींदार, जमीन है, और पुरुष जमींदार हो जाते हैं. बीज कोई भी डाले तो फसल तो जमींदार का ही होगा. तो लेकिन अभी सत्यवती की शादी की पहले का बात है ना, तो जमीन उनका नहीं है.
सही. सही. So Prabhuji, Sukhdev Goswami Vyas और Vidura भाई, they are brothers.
Sukhdev Goswami
and Vidura, they are brothers.
Yes.
And Prabhuji, Vidura is born of such a great Brahmana, Vyasdev only. Why is called Shudra? The greatest of Brahmana is Vyasdev.
Yeah. So here, so his mother is the servant of Bhakti and Ambalika. So both ways we see actually. We see he is the best among the Kurus. Kuru Sreshta, Kuru Pungava, like that also you hear about with them. And also is designated as Sudrani ka putra hai, Sudra hai. बोलते हैं. तो इसमें है प्रभु, तो धर्म शास्त्रों में रहता है, उसमें कंसिडरेशंस आते हैं, अनुलोम विलोम प्रतिलोम. लेकिन इधर तो ऐसा शादीगिरी का बात तो है नहीं इधर. तो एक राजा की सेविका की गर्भ से उत्पन्न हुआ है. तो बहुत विचार है, आपको इतना आइडिया नहीं. तो इनको गुरु ऐसा नहीं, शूद्र नहीं बोलते हैं. शूद्र भी बोलते हैं कहीं कहीं, और कई जगह गुरु पुंगव भी बोलते हैं, गुरु श्रेष्ठ भी बोलते हैं, बेस्ट अमाउंट के पुरुष भी बोलते हैं, वीर भी बोलते हैं इनको, वीर. लेकिन जन्म सो चातुर्वर्णम मया सिस्टम गुणकर भाग. If you see Guna is a Kshatriya actually. And so that's why Veera, Maitreya also says him as a Veera. In future slokas also you can see the third canto. He was saying you are Veera because of beauty and because of Kshatriya, and you are a great warrior. Like that also he was designated. He was recognized by the quality as Kshatriya also in the different places. And by birth also he was seen as a Shudra. So because he took birth not in a Kshatrani actually. But what is our stand? चातुर्वर्णम मया सिस्टम, जिसमें जो क्वालिटी है वही हो. ब्राह्मण क्वालिटी रहती है वो ब्राह्मण है, क्षत्रिय क्वालिटी क्षत्रिय. दिस इज आवर स्टैंड एक्चुअली। जन्म से हम लोग नहीं जाएंगे। ऐसे देखते तो नवम स्कंद में कितना एग्जाम्पल्स है, बाप रे बाप। राजा की पुत्रों में कुछ लोग ब्राह्मण हैं, क्षत्रिय का पुत्र, कुछ तो क्षत्रिय हैं, कुछ वैश्य भी हैं, और कभी कभी कुछ ब्राह्मण का पुत्र, कुछ क्षत्रिय भी हैं। ऐसा बहुत चलता है एक्चुअली। नवम स्कंद में देखिए, आठवां स्कंद में देखिए, कितना सूर्यवंश चंद्रवंश में एकदम कई एग्जाम्पल्स। तो इसीलिए ये सभी जो कुछ कुछ शास्त्रों में ऐसा ऐसा जन्म से कुछ डेजिग्नेशंस हैं, लेकिन भागवत में देखेंगे तो ऋषभदेव का भी देखिए, क्षत्रिय हैं ऋषभदेव, और उनके 81 पीपल ब्राह्मणस, उसमें टोटल 100 है ना।
Yes.
100 में 9 योगी, 9 लोग तो योगी हैं, चले गए वो लोग, पूरा ट्रांसेंडेंटलिस्ट, माने सभी आश्रम से परे हो गए, वो वर्ण से 9 योगीस हो गए, 9 चले गया, और बाकी 91 बचा है। 91 में 10 लोग हैं, 10 लोग क्षत्रिय हो गए हैं, उसका लीडर है भरत महाराज, और बाकी 81 कहाँ गए, सब ब्राह्मण हो गए। ऐसा बहुत, ये वर्ण जन्म से नहीं, भागवत में कहीं भी नहीं है ऐसा, बहुत ज्यादा। ओके, इस प्रकार विदुर जी क्या क्षत्रिय है। We have so many references. He was addressed as Veer and sons.
Thank you.
And he also, then Mandavya's curse is what? He said that he will be Sudra. Yes, by birth, he is Sudra.
तो जी एक छोटा सा डाउट और था, ये 100 years के लिए आए थे यमराज जी, जैसे प्रभुपाद जी फर्स्ट कैंटो में लिखते हैं कि दैट ही केम फॉर 100 years, एक परपट में आता है he was cursed for 100 years to come on earth as a Shudra. But we see Krishna lived for 125 years. कृष्ण विदुर जी के बाद में आए और पहले चले गए, तो how he only came for 100 years? Definitely he has come for more years ना। बट प्रोपा जी परपट में लिखते हैं कि he has come for 100 years। फर्स्ट कैंटो में कई परपट में आता है ये,
मुझे याद नहीं है।
बट मेरे को परपट नंबर याद नहीं, बट आता है कि he came for 100 years। एंड आर्य, जब आर्य वाला श्लोक आता है ना, आर्य वाला कि he took his charge, तो वहां आता है कि he came for 100 years।
कौन सा परपुट है, मैं देखता हूँ बाद में।
मैं ब्रो जी आपको सर्च करके बताऊंगा, फर्स्ट कैंटो में है, मैं आपको कल चैट में भेज दूंगा। आर्य वाला जब वर्ष आता है तो उसमें वो कहते हैं ही केव फॉर 100 years,
Yes.
बट टेक्निकली तो 125 years तो कृष्णा ही रहे, तो ही शुड हैव कम फॉर मोर इयर्स ऐसा। थैंक यू ब्रो।
और किसी का कोई प्रश्न? थैंक यू वेरी मच देन। हरे कृष्णा, टुमारो विल मीट, ट्राई टू चेंज अवर टारगेट। और कोई प्रश्न, कोई जरूरत है क्या, मैं मीटिंग बंद करूं? Shall I close meeting, Prabhus?
यस,
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.